This is the fallen angel Christopher Daniels, former TNA X Division champion and former TNA World Tag Team champion, and you are listening to the TNA Cross the Line podcast. Enjoy.
TNA Wrestling, Cross the Line.
And we're back with episode 54 of the TNA Cross the Line podcast. I am Bob Colling Jr. And with me, as always, is Dallas Gridley. Dallas, it's another week of NWA-TNA. How are we feeling?
Bob, I feel like I say it every week, but there's something about when I get ready to log on with you. I am overcome with emotion. I get excited to watch some TNA wrestling. And I wish that I was joking about that. But I was reading through my notes earlier, and I was like, it's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good time tonight. So I'm ready.
Well, your emotion is probably overwhelmingly positive. My emotion is usually dread.
Come on, they're not that bad. Come on. Well, this isn't IcoPod. We don't have to fake our love for TNA wrestling.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think for the most part, so far here in 2003 has been far better than 2002. I think there's no,
yeah,
like overall quality.
Yeah, we had too many rough patches in 2002, I think.
Yeah. Where
it was like, oh boy. I mean, like I even have our thing pulled up in front of me as I was just looking at it again from, like our averages. And I mean, within the first 10 shows alone, 7 of them we gave thumbs down.
Wow. So 70% of the first 10 shows were like, that sucked?
Yeah, and I mean, I had a couple middles in there, but there was a couple even I said were down that early. So, I mean...
Wow.
I mean, and that's not the only ones. So, yeah. And if you look more at 2003, we got a little bit more yellow, more green, more in the middle and more up is that what I'm referencing. And so it's definitely, even visually, more positive heading here in 2003.
Yeah, and I think another thing too, like with what you're referencing there with 2002 is like when it was bad, it was mind-numbingly boring bad for the most part.
For the most part, yeah. And it was like most of those bad shows, it had like one really good match, and then the rest sucked. Except, I believe it was Pay-Per-View 3, which had the tag team title tournament. That show was really fucking boring.
Yeah, that was a brutal one. But here in 2003, even if a show may be overall bad or maybe seen as boring, it's like an entertaining bad, like where we're laughing.
I think so too. And I mean, there's been a couple, of course, that have definitely dragged for us. I mean, you can't deny that. But when something's bad, it's like, it's definitely like, oh, like that. I don't know why they did that, but it happened. And okay.
Yeah. I think in recent weeks, one of my favorite like bad segments is when Jeff Jarrett beat the shit out of Mickey Jane or Alexis Lurie, and she didn't really sell for it. She didn't fall down. She just stood there.
That was really good, and kept taking it, and then getting thrown against walls, fucking against doors, then into a pickup truck.
Right.
I mean, that brawl with Alexis Lurie went on way longer than it should have because of the fact that it's huge Jeff Jarrett and like little Alexis Lurie, who's just getting whipped around everywhere. It was hilarious.
Yeah, and we also can't forget, this is kind of just random stuff that I'm even really thinking about. But back when we had the next generation of David Flair, Eric Watts, and Brian Lawler, Eric Watts was going to tie Jarrett to a bumper of a car and then drive off, but he said, no, man, just mind games with you. And now he's a babyface.
Yeah.
For no rhyme or reason.
It's ridiculous.
But he's a good guy now.
As you're saying all this stuff, what's crossing my mind is how in the hell are we going to do a 2003 like recap like we did last year? I don't know how we're going to do it.
I don't know. You know, so the good thing about that is we're going to have a stretch of time where we're going to be able to record 2 times a week. Similar to how with IcoPod we do 2 in a day because they're 45 minutes or whatever. So it's a lot easier. So hopefully at some point we'll be like, hey man, we got 8 episodes in the bag. I'm going to have to take a week to jot down a freaking like notepad of like, oh, hey, this is January through June. This is what happened. And then I'm sure the second half is going to be drastically different than the first half. And it already is because, sex isn't involved anymore.
Yeah.
Russo's with AJ before AJ was like, I'm not with you, bro. And
I mean, we're all over.
knows?
I actually, recently, I didn't actually start it, but I was like, in my head, I was like, I better get going on this because we're in July now, which is absolutely insane to think about for watching these shows and also just in real life that it's already July. But I need to start making a list of all the people who made a debut in TNA, and already it's so overwhelming. Like, I got to get on that.
Oh my God. Yeah, I can't even imagine.
Because we sort of did, I think we did something similar at the end of 2002. It was like, we talked about, it was like a year in numbers, and it was like, we had this many champions. I'm pretty sure we did at least you and I talked about it on the side, if anything. But I want to know how many people made their TNA wrestling debut. And it's going to get a little tricky, because there's people like, even, I'm pretty sure like Conan, who was like on the first show and then didn't come again until I think 2003, but
yeah, I think you're right.
and so there's some people like that, or like Simon Diamond, because he like showed up before, but then he didn't show up for like weeks and weeks. So it's like you might have thought that's his debut, but it wasn't really. So people like that. I mean, it's definitely going to be interesting to see. So look forward to our 2003 year in review in a few months, because it's going to be a fucking mess.
I am willing to guarantee that it will be more than 40 people that make a debut. I mean, I feel like in just January and February alone, there were like 25.
Yeah, and there's already people that I keep forgetting about already, such as like our buddy Mabel, Nelson Frazier. Shit. I mean, he came in and
forgot about that.
And they did nothing. He came for like 2 or 3 weeks to attack people with Ron Killings, and they dropped it. They were like, okay, we're done.
I don't even know if it was that long. Maybe twice.
It was at least twice, for
at least twice.
No,
I don't.
At least twice.
He didn't have an official match by any means.
No, and that's the funny part is I remember going on like, oh, like what did we remember for that they announced for the next week, right? And I'm looking at the card and I go, his name ain't on it. Like, why is he not wrestling? Because he had this big debut of like slowly walking to the ring and attacking people, and then he did not wrestle a match. But
and I believe when he debuted, he was wearing something similar to his King Mabel outfit too.
But it was all black.
All black, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty damn close.
We should also, what we should also kind of take note of, because I want to. It might happen a few more times, but they did have the video package of being like, "Hey, Shocker and Negro Casas are going to be coming in," and then they don't.
Yeah.
So I think that could be interesting, and so that kind of coincides with promoting matches that end up not happening.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be interesting throughout the years. I know even in the Impact years, like I think 2007, there's 2 or 3 times where they're like, "Hey, this is the main event," and then you go to the show and they're like, "Oh, so this guy's in a snowstorm and he's not here, so this is the match now." And it's like, how does this happen? How does a major company be like, "Oh, this guy is stuck in the airport, can't come"?
Hey man, shit happens, and as people always say, LOL TNA. So that is definitely a TNA thing to happen.
I think isn't there like a subreddit for it too, like just a list of just all the shit that has happened in TNA that's just like facepalm. Like, how does that happen?
I wouldn't be surprised, and I bet you it'd be quite funny to go through that list, because we've even witnessed a lot of it ourselves of like what is going on.
Yeah, it's just remarkable. But speaking of shit that has happened, there was shit that happened last week. So I guess we could just do a quick rundown of what happened.
Yeah, and we'll touch on it a little bit and through the notes too. There's some fun stuff. But yeah, let's because I already forgot about something from last week. I'm going to see if you remember it as you read down what went down.
Okay. So I'll just read them in order rather quickly, and then we'll discuss it. more in depth, I'm sure, throughout the beginning phases here. But the America's Most Wanted retained the NWA World Tag Team titles when they defeated Johnny Swinger and Simon Diamond, who are now associated with Glenn Gilberti. I believe that faction is going to be together for a little while here. There was an X Division 6-way elimination match, which saw Frankie Kazarian defeat Altar Boy Luke, Delirious, Kid Romeo, Matt Stryker with a Y, and Matt Seidel. Kazarian last eliminated Kid Romeo to win that match. And then immediately following it, Chris Sabin, who had said, Kazarian had to prove himself for a title match, promptly came out and said, hey, we're having it right now. And that would lead to the X Division champion Chris Sabin retaining over Frankie Kazarian. Shane Douglas continued his feud with the Gathering, or Raven's Apostles. Are they called the Gathering yet?
Yeah, they officially are called the Gathering.
All right, so Shane Douglas defeated Julio De Niro in a singles match. Don Harris defeated Shark Boy. So, yay. Kid Cash defeated Jerry Lynn. And in the main event, which was one that I guess you could say we anticipated, a highly anticipated one, the NWA World Champion AJ Styles retained against D'Lo Brown.
Yeah, I mean, I would say on paper it was better than it was. We both gave it a thumbs in the middle. It definitely wasn't a bad show.
Yeah.
But that main event specifically for me was a killer. I expected a lot more out of that main event, and unfortunately, I didn't get a whole lot out of it because their other match, the number one contender match from a few weeks back, highly recommend it. Wicked good. I can't highly recommend their title match from last week.
No, I mean, it only went 7 minutes and 24 seconds. There was some bullshit associated with it as well. And I think that match is an example of a make or break. So if it was a better match, we probably would have been like, that was a good show overall, but it was so kind of disappointing and lackluster that as a result, it has weighed it down quite a bit. I'm noticing here in at least on Cage Match, that Meltzer gave AMW against Swinger and Diamond 3.5 stars.
Hey, that was part of my notes, Bob.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he did. He really put it over.
Wow, that's. I mean, it was a good match. I don't know if I would have said 3.5 for it. But.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've said before, I'm really bad at star ratings. If you said Dallas, what did you give that? I would have no idea. But
you would have gave it probably like 6 stars.
Oh, well, I mean, if you put it under the TNA wrestling banner, it's an automatic, at least 5. Yeah. If you go 6, that's like the new 1 in this case. But, yeah, I mean, that match was pretty good. It opened up, and there were really, really good close calls. Definitely thought they were going to lose the titles. So, I think that was really well. And Glenn Gilberti kind of, I'm going to say, hopefully kind of falling back into a managerial role, I think is actually going to be better for him if that's what ends up happening.
I think I know what you forgot.
Oh.
Because I had forgotten as well.
I almost did forget about it, and I remembered as soon as we started talking about last week. And it was one of my favorite moments we've ever seen in TNA.
I don't know if we're thinking about the same thing then. What was it that you're talking about?
Vince Russo.
Oh, the Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, coming out like Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Yeah, so Vince Russo came out dressed up in old school Double J Jeff Jarrett attire, like ring gear and all. Wig, hat, jacket. It was absolutely absurd. To the point that he wore it the entire show. D'Lo Brown then captured him into a cage, which ended up being his like tease of his reinforcement. He had ringside. He essentially took Vince Russo out of it.
I think that was kind of a bait and switch type of thing because we were both thinking it was going to be someone.
That was 100% a bait and switch because we were like, oh my god, who's it gonna be? Like this is gonna be really cool. Cool. And we were like even guessing like, oh, I forgot who I said. I said I think I might have mentioned even like it could have been Sting because he was tied in with Styles in the match and like. I was getting myself all hype up, and then it was just not anything actually.
And it was a very flimsy cage. I mean, you could have just yanked the door off.
Yeah, it had like chicken wire on it.
Yeah, it was poorly done. I thought you were talking about the debut of Don Callis.
Yeah, so Don Callis also made his debut, and he is with Edward Chastain, which we will touch on him a little bit as well in my notes.
No idea who that even is.
Yeah, well, I have some news about that. I mean, don't worry, you still aren't going to know who he is, but I got a little bit of background on him at least.
Okay.
But yeah, that happened. Fucking Don Callis is here, and I did not expect to see him. I mentioned it. I mentioned it before. My timeline, from what I knew of the Asylum years, is all fucked up.
Right.
It's a mess. I have no idea what's going to happen anymore. Like, I keep going like, oh yeah. And let me just reference you. If you've been listening for a while here, I thought Jeff Hardy was about to come at the anniversary show. Needless to say, that is the second anniversary show. So what the fuck do I know? I mean, it's literally like, and that's what happens though. I mean, when they release this stuff, oh, here's like a highlight on a DVD. It's all just a blur. I don't know the timeline of shit. And so that's kind of my understanding of the Asylum years is not much.
And he almost, I mean, they were talking to him to come in for the
They were. So it did almost happen, which also was sort of why I thought he was actually going to be there, because then we heard the rumors. I was like, oh yeah, Jeff Hardy. Yeah, he's definitely going to be here. And then, of course, and once I remembered, it's like, oh wait, I knew who he was facing. I know who he faces at the second anniversary show. Of course, well, it's AJ Styles, I believe. And Styles was in the main event of this anniversary show with Jarrett and stuff. So it didn't even make sense.
Right.
I don't know. It's a mess. I'm a mess.
But you know what? That's what makes, even coming off of a bad show, what still makes it kind of intriguing is there's no way to know what's going to happen.
No.
Which was the basis of WCW Nitro. Now, I'm not comparing TNA to Nitro's quality by any means, but the same kind of idea of like, we don't know what's going to happen kind of adds to the intrigue and excitement of it.
Yeah, I agree completely. And I think that's what's making this so fun for me is, you know, Bob has seen all of these shows, at least at some point, whether or not it's been 15 years ago or he just watched it last week for a review. Of course, those are 2004 shows for wrestling recaps. But, I mean, you're a lot more familiar with them than I am. I haven't seen any of these shows in full except probably like the first anniversary one. And I don't know if I've seen any other show in full.
Yeah, I haven't seen these shows probably since, oh man, around probably 2010, even before then. I think maybe 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
But so it's kind of like coming back with fresh eyes, really, because it's been so long that I don't really remember. And I think my opinion of things have certainly changed. And all the time on, you know, Peacock or whatever, I'll put the same freaking shows on 10 times a year. Like WrestleMania 8, I'll probably watch that as background noise 6 times a year, as an example. Okay. But with TNA, even pay-per-views, or even like these weekly ones, I never put them on TV just to put them on.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why. It's only WWE and WCW, and maybe sometimes ECW, that I put on TV just to have it on for fun.
Yeah.
Never with TNA, hardly really ever with Ring of Honor. So
it's really because you want to focus on the TNA shows, Bob, in Ring of Honor. Like, you want to watch them, you know, they're good. Whereas, like, WrestleMania X8, no. We're just going to, just background noise. I'm just going to throw that on.
I don't know why I don't put TNA on.
Well, maybe you need to start putting it in your rotation.
Well, I can't now because I've already, like, watched 2002, 2003, and I can't just casually put on, you know, a show from 2004 because I literally watched that probably 3 months ago. So why am I going to be redundant with it? And then I really don't want to put on, you know, a TNA monthly pay-per-view from however long, because I kind of want to wait until we get to that, because there is a lot of TNA pay-per-views, monthly pay-per-views, that I don't remember anything. So I might remember results, like, oh, hey, this guy I don't remember the match quality. I don't know how we got there from Impact. Like, I know nothing. Now, when we get to about 2006, which is when I've been doing my own Impact reviews, that will be different. Like, I'll get the TV stuff, but I don't watch the pay-per-views from 2006. I just go to the next freaking Impact. So even in that era, I don't really know. Like, if you were to ask me, hey, Bob, what do you think of No Surrender 2006? I'd be like, I don't fucking know. I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
So I'll watch it eventually here in about 4.5 years or whatever it is.
That's going to be a good day.
I'll be 36 by the time I watch No Surrender 2006. So that's depressing.
Well, who knows? Maybe you're going to start having a midlife crisis and be like, Dallas, listen, I can't do it anymore, man. And I'll be like...
Oh, if that's the case, I've already would have ended it.
Well, you maybe didn't hit your midlife crisis yet, is what I'm getting at.
Well, like I've always said, I doubt I'll make it to 60. So, if anything, I've already passed the midway part.
Okay, well, that's a good point. So, if Bob dies and we have to stop the podcast, you heard it here first, episode 54.
God, there's too many times referencing my death. We've talked about IcoPod and how if I were to die, 2 podcasts would be ended.
Yeah,
too much pressure.
Me and Austin argued over your items.
Yeah.
All your things you own. That did happen.
Will.
Yeah. Well,
it's good.
Shit happens. What are friends for?
Right. Yeah. It's good stuff.
Are you ready to get into this, Bob?
Yeah, let's do it.
I got some interesting notes. I'm going to just warn everyone ahead of time. There ain't a whole lot of them. Even less than last week. So our chatter here in the beginning is good filler for that. But before we get into what happened with the show, I'm going to point out here this was before in the Observer, so might as well. It was in the here and there section, which I think is just a ridiculous section in the Observer. But FMLL is doing what TNA couldn't pull off. On July 27th, they are headlining Shocker and Negro Casas versus Ultimo Guerrero and Ray I'm going to mess his last name up again. Bucanero?
Yeah.
So all the people that we're talking about so we had Shocker and Negro Casas were said to be coming in. We heard last week they were not, and then Guerrero and Bucanero were also talked about coming in. Well, FMLL is doing it. They are doing a tag match with all those guys. TNA couldn't do it though.
What the hell is FMLL?
I actually, I should have looked it up. I believe it is in a.
Is it Mexico?
I'm pretty sure it is. Let's see, FMLL wrestling.
I've heard of CNLL.
Well, yeah. So that's what threw me off a little bit too, because what is? And I should have looked it up, but it was such a minor note. I figured, who cares actually what it is? But right. Of course, I knew I should have known. Bob was going to ask me. Oh, it's it's in Spanish. It's and I don't know how to speak Spanish, so I don't even know if I should try to say this. But it is, in fact, a Lucha Libre company. That's what the L stand for. I know how to say that.
Right.
But yeah, it is, in fact, a company here. And let's see. Let me go to their cage match. Are they still around? Oh, they are. 1980 till today. They are still a company.
Wow.
That is pretty impressive. In fact, they just had a show about a month and a half ago. Guatemala is where they were having their most recent shows.
Guatemala?
Oh, yeah, it looks like that's where they are primarily, at least currently. Unless this is a different company. I don't know. Needless to say, that happened. So we went over the card for last week. So what do you think the readers thought of it? We gave it a thumbs in the middle. Did they give it a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or a thumbs in the middle with us?
I think they're going to go with a thumbs up.
The majority actually went down. 57.1% gave it a thumbs down. 30.4% gave it a thumbs up, and 12.5% were in the middle.
Wow.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised.
I thought maybe a lot of people would have liked Vince Russo being Double J.
I would have literally gave it a thumbs up for that moment. I mean, it was hilarious.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's one of the best things Vince Russo's ever done. I mean, it was so good.
Oh, sure.
The best match, as usual, Dave says. What do you think that is? That's your little hint. As usual.
As usual, I don't know if he's implying it's AJ Styles.
He's nope.
Okay, is it the X Division 6-way?
Nope.
As usual. Is he America's Most Wanted?
America's Most Wanted. He literally says the best match was, as usual, the Chris Harrison James Storm match. This time with
Really?
Johnny Swinger and Simon Diamond.
Oh man, okay. I guess I didn't give them enough credit for being show stealers on a as usual basis.
Yeah, right? Isn't that interesting?
Wow.
And what do you think the worst was?
Shark Boy and Don Harris.
No.
What?
Not by according to the readers of The Observer. They voted
Douglas and De Niro?
Yeah, Douglas and De Niro.
Oh my, I am stunned.
Yeah.
Because when I went back and looked at the card here, I was like, guaranteed Shark Boy down here is worst match of the night. So I would get that one right. I don't even get that one right.
Crowd's behind Shark Boy, man.
Yeah, but I thought they would shit on it because Don fucking won.
I would agree with that, but
I mean, I guess Shark Boy did get his heat back by like avoiding the H-bomb and then sliding to the floor and being like, "Oh, I'm Shark Boy."
Yeah, that's true. The attendance, as we mentioned last week, was estimated at about 800, with about half paid and half paper based on early lines, as they've cut back on papering. So that's why we've been a little bit lower in the attendance. And I believe, let me check here. So we had 800 last week. The week before we had 700. Week before that 950. So yeah, we've been on a decline as far. We haven't been over 1,000 since the anniversary show, I think, and even that was barely 1,000.
Yeah.
So we've been going down since the anniversary. That ain't feeling too great. But if they're cutting back on papering, that's got to be why.
Yeah, but I think I think at this point, to kind of give a better presentation, just you would want as many people in there as you can get.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because
you started papering, you're getting 1,200, and then a couple months later, it's like, we're gonna stop doing that. Now we're at 750, 800. I mean, it definitely comes across differently when you're watching it.
Yeah, I agree for sure. Jeff Jarrett is trying to expand operations and put wrestlers under contract and book them out to other promoters, and thus make money on booking fees. So the idea would be to run a second show every week on Thursday, plus book guys out to indie promoters in the U.S., as well as IWA in Puerto Rico, which is selling out without bringing in guys, so they just don't need it. A Mexican promotion as well as a Japanese promotion. It's ambitious and far from being a reality.
So he wants to do another show on Thursday?
Yeah, I have a feeling that's starting to tease like syndicated stuff, I feel like this is referencing the TV show that they've been wanting to do.
That's a little weird. Maybe not. Because like WWE's model has been pay-per-view on Sunday and then a live show on Monday. So I guess that's not. They don't do it every week.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a little weird. But that will be interesting to see how that works with indie promotions, because I know at some point here there will be some tension between TNA and Ring of Honor.
I can't wait.
So in your news there, soon enough, they're gonna be like, "What the hell, man? How come we can't use this guy anymore?" And then there's a major controversy coming up in a few months too. So that'll be fun to kind of cover here.
Yeah, that's gonna be really fun. I'm looking forward to that. So Dave here kind of goes into some of what happened on the show. I'm kind of just going to read through a lot of this because there's not a lot of notes, and he has a lot of interesting points here as well. So he does say, aside from the opener where Harrison Storm retained the NWA tag titles over Diamond and Swinger, which he did give a 3.5 stars, as Bob mentioned, and it had super heat, the rest of the show was lackluster. As we know, Glenn Gilberti debuted as a manager for Diamond and Swinger and did a good job. He says, plan for right now is for him to be a manager, bringing in heel teams to face Harrison Storm until his back recuperates, at which point he'll probably feud with them in the ring.
Well, I mean, that's fine for now, but it was interesting for that match to have so much heat because there is no angle between any of them.
I know.
So I wonder if, for some reason, Swinger and Diamond just connect well with the Nashville crowd. I don't know. Or maybe AEW is just that over as babyfaces that anybody that wrestles them is like, we don't want you to beat them.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's more of that than Swinger and Diamond necessarily.
Yeah, I agree. And as we already discussed as well, also debuting on the show was Don Callis as a heel manager with Edward Chastain. And he is Iceberg from NWA Wildside, and that is his real name, by the way. Not Iceberg, the Edward Chastain.
Yeah.
So they've now got 4 managers, Russo, Gilberti, Callis, and Jim Mitchell, on a show where there's supposed to be less interview time and more wrestling time. You're really going to see it get interesting because the 2 best talkers of the managers are Callis and Mitchell, but Russo and Gilberti are the ones writing the show. Although Russo probably doesn't want to credit because their ideas of what fans today want are very different from his, and he's always moping around backstage, according to Dave.
And they're all heels.
That's a really good point, too, yeah.
So that is very interesting. It's funny that you say it's Iceberg. I remember Iceberg being in a PWI magazine, PWI 500.
Wow.
And there was like a picture of him. Like they had a picture of the guy. And it had to have been like 2001 or something like that. But I just remember looking at this guy, Iceberg. I'm like, that guy must be a monster. And that's why I loved the PWIs, because the PWI 500s, especially because you learn so about all these guys that you don't even know who they are, and you'll see a picture of a guy like Darren Young, right before he was known as Fred Sampson, and he was in the PWI 500, and then when he eventually becomes a wrestler, I'm like, holy shit, that's Fred Sampson. I remember that guy. So
that's funny.
That's why I really enjoyed that stuff. I don't remember how good he is or anything. I did know that I did see on his cage match that he's trained by Homicide and Abdullah the Butcher.
Whoa. That's very interesting.
If I had to guess, Edward Chastain is probably going to be using a fork, because both Butcher and Homicide have used forks.
You got to pass it down.
You got to keep doing it.
You got
to keep the legacy going. So that's a match, a segment, or his in-ring debut that I'm kind of interested in seeing, but not because I think it's going to be great. Just, I don't know. It's interesting.
Well, actually, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit in my notes, too, since we're talking about Chastain, because I got another thing about him. So Callis and Chastain came in as the new heels to feud with Sandman. They presented Sandman with that hard 10 cup, which Dave says scared him because he thought that meant we'd be seeing more of those useless matches, which I agree. The cup had only Sandman's name in 4 blank spots, so I definitely am thinking there's a chance it's going to come back. But the 2 came in, and Chastain, who Dave says looks to be around 450 pounds and dressed in a suit and tie, laid out Sandman with a few sentons. Chastain was apparently the 3rd choice for the role.
The 3rd choice?
Yeah, I only have one of the other choices, and I want you to try to guess who do you think was going to be in his spot. The number 1 choice.
Okay, would I know the name?
Oh, you know the name. Yeah, and we've even talked about him.
Vader?
No, but that's a really good idea.
Okay. Shit. Have you even talked about him?
We've talked about him, but they have not shown up in TNA.
Oh my god. Are they a similar size as?
No. I would say. How can I give you a hint without giving too much away? I don't know for sure if Sandman and him have worked together, but there's probably a good chance. Because of a certain company, maybe.
Right, so ECW.
Yeah, potentially. Which also makes sense with Callis.
Right. Jesus Christ.
Just give me one more guess and I'll give it to you. Because it's tough.
We've talked about him, but he hasn't come in.
Yeah, and we talked about him maybe last week.
Man. Chili Willy.
No. Okay, in fact, the number 1 choice was Terry Funk.
Wow. What? With Don?
Yeah. But they couldn't agree on money terms, so that fell through. And so this is interesting because we did actually just talk last week that it was rumored that he would be making his debut on, I believe, the show we're about to watch. Yeah. But now I don't know if that's actually going to happen.
Right, because if they can't get a money agreement, then what the hell?
Exactly.
Wow, Terry Funk with Don Callis. I would never have guessed Terry Funk. And they,
right?
I believe they did Russell. I don't think it was a singles match per se. I think it was always like a triple threat. Or...
I sort of thought so, but I didn't want to. I mean, I'm not good on my ECW history.
Oh, you know what? I think in fact they would have wrestled or interacted at Barry Legal '97 because it was Terry, Sandman, and Stevie Richards.
There we go.
If I'm remembering correctly, that yeah. The night that Terry Funk won the ECW title when he beat Raven.
Well, that makes me sad.
Maybe someday we'll get a rematch here in TNA. Who knows?
We very well could. But yeah, so I think that's sort of interesting to me, and there's something about that makes absolutely like no sense, but at the same time, like I kind of want to see Terry Funk beating the shit out of Sandman with Don Callis with him.
See, I don't think I do.
I don't know why. It'd be a different Terry Funk than we're used to, though. And I think that's what kind of makes me interested in it. Like, he'd have to do something different, but...
Well, listen, I think Terry Funk is he's great. There's no denying what he's done in all the years or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I would say by 2003, if it's not like a stipulation match, a barbed wire or something, like it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
So... And like, I mean, so here's again, it's kind of where we're at with Lycopod and that new generation. I want TNA to be the young guys. I don't want guys who are 55 years old or whatever coming in here in wrestling. I mean, the guy like Jeff Jarrett's only 35, 36 years old at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he's still. I mean, he's been on TV forever, but he's still a young guy.
Yeah.
So. That's what kind of stuff I would want to see, or at least older guys that can still work. Like Jerry Lynn's an older guy, I think. I don't know if I don't think he's super old, but
no, he can't be that old.
I don't think he's really. I mean, he's not 55, but I'm saying he might be late 30s, early 40s, but he can still wrestle like really, really well. So
yeah, no, I see what you mean.
I don't want it to be overcome with legends, I guess.
No, I agree with that. And I think it is interesting, you know, bringing in this Chastain guy, as much as, like, to be honest with you, like, super heavyweights really aren't my thing in wrestling. I'm glad that we're seeing new people like him, like Joe Legend. Right. I'm becoming a Joe Legend fan, and I never knew him before. So I'm like, that excites me.
Well, and speaking of Joe Legend, I think the way that they've brought him in and attacking Jarrett and all this stuff, that's how you elevate someone. That's how you start somebody off like, oh shit, this guy is going to be a big deal. Now, would they pull the trigger and have him beat a guy like Jeff Jarrett? That's risky business.
Yeah.
Because if you have him beat a guy like Jarrett, you have to be all in. I'm not saying he's got to be like world champion or nothing, but you got to be basically saying, hey, this guy is going to be one of our TNA guys.
Yeah, and now, once again, like I just said, I didn't know who he was. And the fact that I didn't know who he was until we watched this tells you he isn't going to be pushed, at least to the extent to that he's going to stay around long, which makes me curious of what happens.
Right.
What's going to happen with Joe Legend now? Where are we going to fall apart with the story? Is it going to be a money thing? Is it going to be he gets injured? I don't know. I'm really curious now that we're starting this. And I'm on board the Joe Legend train in TNA so far.
Yeah, and kind of to revert, I meant to mention this when we were talking about Chastain, or we were more focused on it. But I'm curious in your notes if Don Callis tries a power move.
Oh, it would not shock me. I don't have anything this week, I don't think, but...
Well, yeah, I think maybe gradually that might try to be sprinkled in because it seems like wherever he goes, he either tries to get some power or he gets power.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So could it become a Jarrett Russo Callis, like, where y'all, someone give me the power? That I could see happening as well.
Yeah, that's super interesting. Well, yeah, we'll keep an eye on that for sure. So we discussed Styles, and D'Lo was the main event. He used D'Lo Brown's own frog splash after the interference from both Trinity and Sonny Siaki, who he hit Brown with the steel cane, his like actual walking cane, and then gave him the Siacalypse. That sets up Brown and Siaki as a going nowhere program, as Dave says. Brown didn't end up having a guy in his corner, but the surprise was earlier in the show. He kidnapped Russo and brought Russo, all dressed up like 1995 Double J, in a small cage that you'd put a pet bird in. The cage was so flimsy that it was obvious a 5-year-old could escape it, which we sort of discussed. But Russo sold like he couldn't get out. The match was too short, but it was fine, he says, which I guess I agree with that. It was fine. It wasn't at the level of their cage match 2 weeks earlier. Sorry, the 2 weeks, that was actually... Oh, yeah, I guess it was 2 weeks. Holy shit, Bob. Oh, my God, my timeline is... It's a mess.
That's what these shows will do to you.
Wow. I can't believe that was 2 weeks ago. And then he says that the highlight was Styles doing the Fosbury flop dive, which is the first time he's ever seen that in a wrestling match. And he's referencing a Olympic gold medalist in the high jump who changed the technique for the sport. And Styles did a dive like a high jumper in the match. I'd have to go back and watch that to catch it, but needless to say.
I don't know either.
At the end, Trinity unlocked the cage for the heels, and the heels put Brown in it, which it made no sense how Trinity would have had the key, but she did.
I think I even said that. I was like, how the hell does she have the key for that?
Yeah, and why she didn't open the cage earlier.
Yeah.
They started pounding on the wood of the cage with Brown inside as if that's going to hurt him. Well, it was so stupid. Finally, they realized how stupid it was and knocked the cage over. Russo jumped on the cage, and it looked like he was dry humping it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think also what I said when they were hitting the cage, I was like, oh, they're hurting his eardrums.
I mean, if anything.
Anything. I don't know what you're doing with that.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty interesting there. But so that all happened. Also, last week, Scott Hudson was back doing backstage interviews. Goldilocks was there again. Remember, last week she was kept off, I believe, or the week before she was kept off for the injury of the headlock from Trinity, I believe. Mm-hmm. I think that was 2 weeks ago. See, I'm all messed up. But she was there, and she was scheduled to work on the show, but was pulled from appearing because Eric Watts had a staph infection, and they are linking them together. So they purposely kept her off the show, which seems a little silly to me since, she's still an interviewer. But
yeah, but she's there, and you know that he has a staph infection. Why are you flying her in if you don't need to use her?
She was scheduled to work. And they were like, actually, we're going to keep you off because Eric Watts has a staph infection. Instead of like, hey, let's have you do interviewing, which you've been doing for over a year now. But instead, we're going to just have Scott Hudson do it, which, by the way, I like Scott Hudson. Not knocking him.
Scott Hudson's fine. This just kind of reminds me of when WCW would fly in like 150 wrestlers, and they would end up using, 20.
Yeah.
Now, this is obviously not as greater of a crime than that, but I mean, if you know that he's not healthy enough, then just don't bring her in. Just be like, hey, Goldie, we don't need you this week. Just enjoy your time at home.
Yeah.
Maybe buy the pay-per-view and how about our buy rate? That'd be great.
Jesus. Okay, so this is some pretty interesting stuff here. First, let's get the not as fun stuff out of the way. So New Jack and Raven missed the show both due to injuries, but they're building up New Jack and Shark Boy versus Ron and Don Harris in the program, so that's going to happen eventually. As we know, New Jack got knocked out in that Hard 10 tournament finals match with Sandman. We talked about that last week. Raven is probably still healing that ankle, but we also discussed last week. So if you're curious about more details on those injuries, listen to last week's episode if you haven't yet. He also says that Douglas looked horrible against De Niro. He can talk, but a minute into his match, even though De Niro worked his ass off, the crowd was dead. So not feeling good about Shane Douglas currently.
No, and I tend to agree with that. I don't know if he's not healthy or something, but he's certainly not the Shane Douglas of old. Yeah,
I agree. Conan was in the K-Dog house over the situation with Negro Casas and Shocker not appearing there. I don't have any further details, but he is in the K-Dog house.
Of course he's in the K-Dog house.
I thought that line was hilarious. Now, this is going to get very interesting. I couldn't believe this, when I read this. So they ended up doing a 6-way for the X Division title shot with Frankie Kazarian going over Kid Romeo, Alter Boy Luke, Matt Sydal, and Delirious, who both were from Gateway Championship Wrestling, by the way, and Matt Striker with a Y. The match had its usual dives and cool moves, but it had one of the most unprofessional deals. Apparently, Luke was supposed to be pinned on a move, but he kicked out. But since it was supposed to be the finish, he was given word to leave the match, so he did. It was never acknowledged on air that he was gone. Luckily, a few noticed, which I guess shows how little people pay attention to these kinds of matches. Dave says, I only noticed when going back through my notes and couldn't find an elimination, and then watched it again and saw it was because he was never eliminated and just went to the back. He continues saying that this was as bad as the Battle Royal a few weeks back where Sabu was supposed to be in for the finish, but twice went over the top rope, the top in front of the ref, and Mike Tenay on the spot had to make up a new rule that since nobody threw him over, even though he hit the floor, he wasn't eliminated. So that's pretty crazy, and it's funny because you and I both mentioned, like, wait, we're down to the last 2 people, and I think that's probably why.
That has to be why, but I could have sworn that he did get pinned, but I guess I don't really remember him getting pinned or not. But that's amazing that on his first pay-per-view appearance, he's like, nah, I'm going to kick out. I don't want to get pinned.
I'm going to kick out, and then they're going to be like, hey, you need to go to the back. And he's going to be like, okay. And then he leaves. And he leaves.
It's just like, all right, I'll go back.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
God. That's great.
I couldn't believe it.
That is awesome.
I only got 2 more short things here, Bob, and then we're going to pass it over to you for independent news and then touch on Explosion before we get into the show. Yeah. Brian Lawler is apparently scheduled to return soon. Now I'm going to give you a spoiler. He doesn't.
What is that all there is? Is that he's scheduled to return soon?
Yeah. And then he, like I said, he doesn't. He does not come back. And then this one I'm a little more sad about, but I knew it was coming soon. This is my final note. Paul London agreed to terms for a developmental contract and will be starting in OVW very soon. He goes on to say TNA can't sign up everyone, and he wasn't pushed as a key player, but he did have more long-term potential than many under the TNA deals. So unfortunately, we have seen the last of Paul London in TNA, which honestly was a lot more of Paul London than I thought we were going to see. So it was fun while it lasted.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Who would you rather have here in 2003, Frankie Kazarian or Paul London?
That's kind of tough. My gut is saying Paul London, but
that's what I'm thinking too.
So my gut's saying that, and like but I feel like watching Paul London and then watching Kazarian in these recent weeks, I'm kind of almost want to say Kazarian. But listen, I'm going to say this though too. I've never been the biggest Kazarian fan. I don't know why. I think he's good, but like he's just kind of there for me.
Right.
Even like when he teamed with Daniels under a million different names. I always like Daniels.
Sure.
Like,
I think Kazarian, like in that instance, he's the Jannetty.
I hate to say that, but yeah, I mean, he is.
You know? But he's like a good Jannetty. He's not like,
I agree.
He's the bum. He's still pretty damn good.
To me, Frankie Kazarian is like one of those kind of guys where I feel like I didn't really know that he was around until all of a sudden it was like, oh, he's on TV a lot. And then you like look and been like, oh shit, he's been here for like years. And he's been around for like years. And like he was never in my sight. Like I never paid attention apparently to Frankie Kazarian.
Yeah.
And that's why seeing him back here in 2003, I'm pretty sure I knew he wrestled back here in the early X Division stuff like this, but like, it's still kind of weird.
Sure.
Because like to me, Frankie Kazarian is like, oh, he teams with Daniels, like him and Christopher Daniels are a tag team. Like that's how I know Frankie Kazarian, or just even like just him as Kaz, because wasn't he with Raven and he was just Kaz in the one group?
Yep.
So I briefly knew about that, but like I didn't make the connection of I didn't know anything about him.
Yeah, and what's crazy in terms of like TNA era, and I've mentioned this before, is that Kazarian, I think, is forgotten as being like one of the most consistent guys to be in TNA. Now, obviously, there's that brief stretch when he's in WWE and he refuses to cut his hair, so they release him, and then 6 months later he cuts his hair. But yeah, from like 2003 till, I mean, what, 2016 or whatever? Like he's there for 13 years.
Well, that's what I mean. And I'll be honest, I feel like I only known about him in those later years. And like,
right. So there's a stretch probably for the both of us, really, that from like 2006 through maybe even 2005, like 2005 through, 2011. It's just like, whatever, I don't know. And then like Bad Influence happens. It's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, oh, Frankie Kazarian, Bad Influence.
Yeah. Oh, cool, I remember that.
Dude, I really think that's like what happened to me. And it's part of that might be because when I was younger and I started watching, it's like I'm hyper focused, like, oh, Raven, and then it's like, oh shit, Sting and Christian, and he kind of just got buried. And
he's like a blurred face. Like there's just a body, and you're not invested in like what Kazarian's doing.
Yeah, and like I said, not knocking him because I do like him. It's just
I think he's gotten better with age. I see him on AEW. I remember texting you and being like, "This guy needs to be like TNT champion because he's fucking working a great match."
Dude, he's killing it now.
Yeah.
Well, he's been killing it for years, but apparently we just
knew it now, and he's 41 or whatever. It's just
whatever. Hey, and he's married to Tracy Brooks, and like, good for him.
Yeah, he's winning in life.
Yeah, let's be real.
We get it.
But like I said, Bob, that's all I got. What do we got for independent news before Explosion?
Well, not a whole lot. Just Incredible. He lost to our boy Slick Wagner Brown.
Oh, shit.
On July 13th for ACW. Speaking of Kazarian, he lost to Samoa Joe in a three-way that also involved B-Boy on July 11th for UPW. And I don't think B-Boy ever appears in TNA. But if you want to talk about an underrated independent wrestler, fucking B-Boy. That guy, yeah. I don't want to go on too much of a tangent here, but I've been watching, in recent years, like Jersey All Pro and other kind of lower level indies. And fucking B-Boy will have some great matches. And he's associated with Homicide and Low-Key and all these guys.
Wow.
And I don't understand why he never, had a bigger run somewhere. But if you want to check out some random independent wrestlers, I suggest looking out for B-Boy because he's a lot of fun to watch, actually.
Good to know.
Continuing on here, Legend, or Joey Legend. This was interesting to me. So he hadn't been in WWE since early 2001.
Oh, wow.
But he had a dark match on June 30th, defeating a guy named Chad Woznovinsky. I don't know. I don't even know if that's a real last name because that's ridiculous. I don't even know how to pronounce that. But then the next night on July 1st, he was involved in a tag match where he teamed with Chad, losing to Mike No and Mike Phoenix. So he just recently came in to TNA. But I guess it would be before his debut. He had a dark match with WWE looking to get a job.
Nah, that's pretty interesting.
And this has happened a couple times. I feel like Paul London, I think, had a dark match with WWE, and then he was in TNA, and now he signed with WWE.
So did the Hot Shots. Didn't both of them wrestle on like Heat or something?
Well, I know Cassidy Riley did. He fought Raven.
Yes, he's the one who fought Raven.
I'm not sure if Chase Stevens did, but it's
maybe not. But
this is something that's happened a few times, and it's just like, wow. Talk about companies, going after people.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett, he worked for IWA Puerto Rico from June 27th to July 13th. Now, of course, he's been appearing here on TNA as well, but he hasn't had matches. But during that tour of Puerto Rico, he actually lost every single match.
Holy shit.
Now, I didn't write it in my notes as to who, because, to be honest with you, I didn't know half the people involved.
Well,
and I'm going to try to look it up real quick because it was like 6 matches. And all right, the last time I know that he wrestled for sure was on the anniversary show, right? Yes. Okay. Live on. See, now this is good because my computer is actually not going at a snail's pace. So.
Perfect.
That's fun. Oh, damn it. I missed it by 1 page. All right, bear with me here.
Live research.
As I scroll down to, here we go. All right. So on June 27th, he teamed with Ray Phoenix. No, not AEW Ray Phoenix. Losing to Glamour Boy Shane and Ray Gonzalez. And then the next night on June 28th, he lost to Apollo by disqualification. And then he didn't wrestle for about 2 weeks. So on July 11th, he wrestled Ray Gonzalez, but he lost again by disqualification. Then the next night on July 12th, he again lost to Glamour Boy Shane. And on July 13th, there was a 6-man tag. This one's a little bit interesting. Excuse me. Glamour Boy Shane, Ray Gonzalez, and Victor the Bodyguard defeated Jeff Jarrett, Conan, and Savio Vega.
Whoa.
So that's all there is, though, for the indie notes.
Nice. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Okay, well, Explosion this week, Bob. Holy shit. We are stacked.
Oh, boy.
Or loaded, whatever it is. It's stacked.
Stacked.
Okay, so this is Explosion number 41, according to the Cage Match, and it took place on the same day of the pay-per-view we're about to watch, July 16th, 2003. And it aired on July 20th, 2003, and it featured the following 4 matches.
4?
Yeah.
We're getting to AEW dark levels here.
That's what I'm saying. Eric Watts defeated Slick Wagner Brown.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah,
I was going to say...
Buddy Slick.
Now, here's the thing. When you said stacked, I was going to say, is our boy Slick on it?
No, that's funny.
And I didn't say it. But damn it.
He was, but he lost to Eric Watts. Mr. Explosion, as they called him on the pay-per-views.
Right.
BG James, Conan, and Ron Killings defeated Dirk Ziggler, Madman Pondo, and Nate Webb.
Madman Pondo was on Explosion?
Sure was. I don't know who he is. I tried to look, but I didn't recognize him.
You don't know who Madman Pondo is?
I don't think so, unless I didn't click. Did I? No, I don't think I know who he is.
I actually have Madman Pondo's book.
Oh, he has a book.
Yeah, he's like a deathmatch wrestler for IWA Mid-South.
Oh,
that's where I know.
Okay.
And I believe Madman Pondo was a man that... so I guess he can like dislocate his ankle or something.
Oh, great.
So what they were going to do in like 1997 was have Ken Shamrock put him in the ankle lock and then like quote unquote break it, but he can just like dislocate his own ankle or whatever. To like really get Shamrock over. I think that was a story with him. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but if you enjoyed deathmatch wrestling, seek out some IWA Mid-South and you can probably see Man Pondo get hit with a light tube or something.
Well, he's even wrestling in like GCW. He just wrestled in GCW in 2021.
Really?
Yeah, he's still wrestling.
Wow. Okay. Correction, if you want to watch him in deathmatch wrestling, well then just tune into GCW here in 2021 and I guess you can see him.
Apparently.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah. Johnny Swinger and Simon Diamond defeated Axis and Python. Don't know who they are.
I don't know who that is either.
They literally are just Axis and Python. And then in our main event, Kid Cash and his big scary dude Abyss defeated Delirious and Matt Sydal.
Wow, a tag match?
Yeah.
That might have been fun to see.
Yeah, I think that would probably
Abyss probably would have murdered Matt Sydal.
Yeah.
Abyss and Delirious could have been an interesting tag team.
That definitely could have worked.
Yeah.
But that's all I have, Bob.
All right, well, then it's that time, Dallas. Let's enjoy some July 16, 2003 NWA TNA Weekly Pay-Per-View. I'm going to count down from 5. When I say play, if you want to follow along, head over to the Impact Plus app, or if you have your own personal collection, follow along with us. Or you can just listen to us, hopefully enjoy some Russo booking. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play.
Bob almost fucking me up with his counts here, but we're good.
Batter up.
You
of course, we're getting the Russo as Jarrett deal here, doing his struts.
I'm telling you, that is one of my favorite things I've ever seen on one of these shows. I mean, it is just too funny.
That's definitely a top, maybe like a top 5 segment.
I really do think so too. And here's and don't forget, Legend was dressed up as Russo,
right?
And I forgot about that. And then he just beat the absolute shit out of Jarrett, split Jeff Jarrett wide open as they're showing here. I mean, he destroyed Jeff Jarrett last week.
Yeah, but then Jarrett fought back. He backdropped him onto some chairs. Got a baseball bat because he's Stone Cold Stinger.
Oh, of course.
Oh, hit Russo right on the shin.
Now, I'll be honest with you, Bob. I don't remember what they told us was happening in this week's show, so it's kind of all going to be a surprise for me.
Yeah, I don't know if they were like super vague about it again.
I really can't remember, so I guess we're just not going to say anything until the matches start happening.
Yeah,
be more fun that way.
Oh, Jerry Jarrett came out.
That's right. Technically his first live appearance on the pay-per-views. He did do that interview with Mike Tenay on the anniversary. Then we were outside here at the ambulance. D'Lo pulling Russo off of Jarrett. D'Lo took Russo by the neck.
You gotta love Tenay. Just...
Oh, that's really good. I didn't even notice that. D'Lo took Russo by the neck, and that's like when he kidnapped him during that segment. Oh, shit. That's awesome. There's the chicken coop.
But to some extent, it doesn't make a lot of sense because he had said, I'm going to have an equalizer. So was he guaranteeing that Jarrett was going to be on a stretcher the next week for him to then kidnap Russo and put him in the cage?
My equalizer is this fucking cage.
Yeah.
So I guess like the cage itself, it was going to try to put Russo in anyways, I guess.
I don't know.
That's kind of tough. Here comes Trinity. Oh, we're getting this is quite the highlight package here.
Oh. I did like that Trinity outfit. I would like to see more of that, personally.
Yeah, I mean, she can wear that on the shows if she wants to.
Why not? Frog Splash. The referee's down. D'Lo should be the NWA World Champion, but here's Sonny Siaki with Father James Mitchell's cane or whatever, and he hits him from behind.
Exactly, or whatever, because why is he carrying a cane?
Maybe he's a pimp now.
Could be. He could definitely pull off a good pimp gimmick.
Sonny the Pimp Siaki.
Ace in the hole.
Ace in the hole. See, that even goes together with a pimp. Oh my God, what are we doing? What? Missed opportunity after missed opportunity.
I know. And here comes Russo to dry hump the cage.
And he falls through it there when he first gets on there.
He does look like he was dry humping it. I mean,
he would definitely.
I don't think we can deny that. Here is our opening package.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh shit! Jarrett and Legend are brawling right here as we start the show.
Oh wow!
I don't know if I like Legend's gear.
I don't, because I like that he was wearing the badass with the jeans and just looking like a tough guy.
This kind of makes him look like a regular wrestler. I don't know if I like that. Come on, Vaughn, what are you doing? Santel, get in there.
I believe Tenay just mentioned that they are going to have a one-on-one, but they couldn't wait. So apparently these two are facing off tonight.
Interesting. Oh, okay. Coming off the ring steps is Jarrett. Some more right hands. Vaughn has got some flying Elvis-looking sideburns here.
Oh,
hey, there's Northcutt.
They're just like, damn it. What about me, okay?
Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if that is Vaughn. Is that Vaughn? No, that's not Vaughn.
No, that's not Chris Vaughn.
That's not Chris Vaughn. That's a different guy. That's Chris Vaughn.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, Chris Vaughn. You don't have six eyebrows.
Okay, so
we got Don West and Mike Tenay. There is a 7-year-old. There's a couple of 7-year-old girls in the front row.
Who I'm sure just love TNA wrestling.
Oh, for sure. They're probably going to go back to their, second grade class and be like, guess what I did, Miss Smith? I went to TNA last night. And the teacher is going to be terrified.
X Division title match, 1-on-1. Frankie the Future Kazarian and Chris Sabin.
Tonight?
Yeah. Last man standing. Just Incredible and Jerry Lynn. Whoa. Whoever's down for more than 10 seconds loses, of course. We know that Don Callis came out, and he's issued a challenge tonight. Edward Chastain.
I like Last Man Standing.
Anyone who thinks there's a place for hardcore wrestling, they can challenge Edward Chastain.
Very fun.
Wow. So next week we're having is that what it's saying? Next week? Next NWA title rematch. Here's the stipulations. Oh. Best 2 out of 3 series. Pinfall only. Then submission only. If we need a third, it could be a ladder match.
Of course it's a ladder match. Fucking Lord, help me.
Wow.
Well, this is similar to the Styles Lynn deal that they did last year.
Yeah, and actually, this is pretty, I'd say kind of a big deal that they're announcing this early in the show. Like, hey, next week, we got a big-ass title match for you. We're 6 minutes and 30 seconds in the show, and we've already got a main event for next week.
Wow.
Speaking of Down with the Brown, I mean, that's Lollipop, but...
Yeah.
Or was it April? I think it was Lollipop.
No, that was Lollipop.
And here comes D'Lo Brown. I personally hate his little jiggle, but maybe that's just me.
What? The head bob?
The head bob. I don't like the walk.
Oh, the over-exaggerated, shoulder thing?
Yeah, I don't like that. The notorious DLB, baby. He's in the ring here. TNA needs to be healed. D-Ho Brown. Are you down with the Brown? Look at these signs, man.
DLB? What?
It says notorious DLB. Are you down? And then the front of the shirt has like a little tiny like patch thing.
Yeah.
Crowd's chanting big for him, dude. They're popping.
So he's got another title. So 2 out of 3 falls or series next week.
First up, Asylum. What's up? Yeah, Ron Killings.
Yeah, what is gimmicking?
Last week he did the Rocks thing. It doesn't matter. And now this week he says Ron Killings.
Well, it'd be more like 6 days. Because in 6 days on the 7th day.
Yeah, on the 7th, yeah.
Athena, more than a ring girl.
That sign's been here for literally a year and a half, I'm pretty sure.
She's never wrestled, right? She's just gotten beaten up and almost stripped.
No, I think she did have a match.
Didn't she get killed though? Like it was.
Well, yeah.
Like they were just trolling the fans, really.
So D'Lo is saying it's actually gonna be 1-on-1 next week. He's really talking up Styles. You're going down now. Does anyone really think D'Lo Brown's gonna beat AJ Styles next week? Like, do they?
I mean, he'll probably beat him in one of the matches.
Yes.
Right.
Probably.
Pinfall, submission, and ladder. So he'll do something.
See, you partner. You cost me the World Heavyweight Championship. Oh, so he's yelling at Sonny Siaki in Trinity? Oh, tonight he's going to take him out quick and easy. Because... Oh, I was hoping he was going to say, are you down?
Oh, are you down? With a DLB?
He said, the NWA said when he beats Sonny Siaki, or if he does. But then at the end of the show tonight, he'll get 5 whole minutes in the ring with Vince Russo.
If he beats Siaki?
Yeah.
TNA. Are you kidding me?
TNA's losing it.
I
The
can't
world wants
believe
to
this.
see this. Come on. Partner, let's get this party started. Let's get it started right now. And here comes Sonny Saki. We're in a TNA shirt. He wouldn't dare wear that a few weeks ago, being all sex and stuff.
Right.
Oh, and here's Trinity. Not quite the master of the Hurricane Rana, but it does its job here. Sonny Saki.
Well,
Holy
Jesus. D'Lo fucking missiling himself over the top rope onto Siaki. Luckily, Trinity this time was able to move.
I'm wondering what Olympian Dave will reference for that dive.
Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps.
He dived. Just the way he dives.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I got it.
No slingshot. Senton.
Nice.
By the DLB.
The notorious DLB. Are you down?
You down? Speaking of the Olympics, are you gonna watch the Olympics this year or what?
I don't know if I will have time, to be honest with you, but I do usually like watching the Olympics.
I usually don't.
But I just
are you a winter or summer guy?
I feel like I like the summer more, but the winter I feel like also has like cool stuff, like the bobsleds and stuff like that, or the
bobsled shit is good.
Like that stuff I really like. But there's
I like the curling, even though I have absolutely no idea how you do it.
Dude, the curling is fun to watch.
I just like when they're like, "Yep, yeah, hey, go, yeah, no, yeah." What are you talking? I don't know what the hell you're doing.
Oh, Trinity knocks D'Lo Brown off the top rope. He crouches himself as the ref was distracted a little bit there. Yeah, I agree. And they have stop it in front of it and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't. They're just like, yeah, no, go, stop. But then when they say stop, they're going faster.
Yeah,
like, what the hell?
2 count by Siaki and D'Lo, giving him some punches.
Now this is interesting for Siaki because I feel like this is probably one of his. I don't know if I want to say higher profile, but if D'Lo's a main event guy, he's working with main event guys right now.
That's a pretty good point. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. He's not teaming with David Young anymore, which actually,
thank God,
we haven't seen him in a while. I'm curious if we'll ever see him again.
David Young?
Oh wait, we do see him again. Shit.
Oh, we got.
Damn it! No.
Oh,
no!
Dallas, we got about 3 years of David Young to go.
Damn it! I forgot about that.
Oh, nice, exploder suplex there by Sonny Saki.
It was really nice.
Showcasing his strength. I can't believe that you thought that maybe we wouldn't get. Maybe this was it for David Young.
I know. Well, I knew that it wasn't too, and I forgot. Damn.
Oh my God. See, now the day when David Young loses his job is the day we're probably going to end up being sad.
Like, wow, he was actually starting to do pretty good.
Yeah, he's like, wow, he's really found his groove, and then he's fired.
They brought Bobcat back for him. Another 2 count for Siaki after a suplex. Another 2 count. Another quick cover. D'Lo shaking it off as he's still wearing a t-shirt in his matches that I fucking hate. Irish whip by Sonny Siaki. D'Lo ducks the clothesline. Pop up.
Oh.
Cutter.
That was nice. We just passed 13 minutes into this show. I mean, the first 6 minutes of the show is a
package,
a highlight package, and then also this is what you're getting next week. Nothing on this show's happened yet. Interesting approach.
It's perfect.
Yeah. D'Lo hammering away, coming back like it's Hulk Hogan, 1985 at the Garden. Forearm. Down goes Siaki. Heel kick. Didn't really hit him with it, but we'll pretend he did.
He didn't get all of it.
He just grazed him enough. The Siaki thought he got hit, and that was enough to keep him down for a 2 count.
Fez press. He doesn't go for the pin, though. He punches him. Do people really go for the pin after a Fez press? Because I don't really think that ever happens.
Well, technically, you are kind of pinning them in the Fez press.
That's true.
So I don't know why they don't ever count it.
What's that say? Holes support heels?
Mm.
Oh, it's the assholes. The asshole section
that
Jeremy Borash talked about.
That's right.
In the heel section. Is that what it is? So we were supporting the heel section?
Yeah, I like how the fans have their own storyline going on amongst them.
Dude, so do I. Trinity climbing up to the top rope here. Referee's like, hey, get down, hey, get down, hey, get down. Oh, she slipped, but she hit Siaki. Technically, that should still be a disqualification, but D'Lo got the pin.
D'Lo pins him. You're right, though. That should be a disqualification. Sonny Siaki should win by DQ.
I mean, technically. Just because it's your own manager doesn't mean it shouldn't count.
Right.
Oh, he's at the microphone again. Sonny, Trinity, you better go back and find Russo.
Oh, shit. Because now he's got him for 5 minutes tonight.
He goes, I'll see you in about an hour and a half.
Yeah, D'Lo Brown. Don West is like, yeah, this guy.
Don's like, okay, back to the fucking paper. Let's see what's next. Let's hear from Just Incredible and Jerry. Oh, okay, what's this? Jerry Lynn. A lot of people are saying that tonight, Last Man Standing, it's going to be the end.
Why does he have to take a deep breath after every word?
I was just wondering. That was like hard to follow. Jerry Lynn. Anything goes. Pinfalls don't matter. This is Jerry Lynn talking now. Oh, it was. Here's Just Incredible again. Jerry. It's not the end. It's the beginning.
He must have went to promo class with Triple H. Rock.
He's going to kick his ass.
Oh, yeah, the hard way. Fuck. Very rarely do you actually see the guy actually get hit hard way.
Dude, that's fucked up.
Like that was. You saw the cut form and then just start bleeding. It's crazy.
Jerry Lynn, tonight is a night that's not just the best. Tonight, you're getting an ass kicking. That's Justin.
He needs to use his name all the time in a promo to describe something.
Yeah.
We're not just the best tag team. Oh, no. We're the Just Incredible tag team.
Our tag team is Just Incredible.
Just Incredible. And here's a tag team known as Just Incredible, featuring Just Incredible. Oh, man.
What's this? Oh, it's just a different shot.
Yeah.
The following contest is the Last Man Standing. You know, Bob, for everyone listening at home, if you don't follow along with us, me and Bob, we watch along. We have our own copies, potentially. And this week, man, it's like HD is here, baby. 2003 HD, and Lollipop is looking better than ever.
She really, I mean, there have only been, there we go. HD booty shake. Jerry Lynn, here we go. All right, so what are the odds of blood in this match, Dallas? About 150% or what?
I'd hope so, and Jerry Lynn better not lose.
Jerry Lynn better not lose. There's no reason for that. In fact, Jerry Lynn should never lose, for the record.
I kind of agree with that. Yeah, I think Jerry Lynn definitely should have beaten Styles long ago.
Is Just Incredible's wrestling without a shirt on? I feel like that's the first time he's been doing that here.
It is.
Oh, Lynn drop kicking Credible off the top rope after he crotched him on it.
The crowd is like oddly quiet. It's
I
like
just noticed that.
You noticed that too? Okay.
Yeah.
That really threw me off. Jerry Lynn, yes, the middle.
See, now, Credible did bad on that because he went for the shoulder ram and then proceeded not to move for about 6 seconds to allow Jerry Lynn to hit the leg drop.
Well, sometimes you aren't Just Incredible. Jerry Lynn gets whipped against the guardrail, puts the boot up though. Oh. Just Incredible then drop toe hold.
Don't play. I feel like he just got his razor out. Close in on Credible so that Jerry could probably slice his forehead.
That's fine, as long as they ain't catching it.
Jerry. Don't do it, Jerry.
In the trap.
Jerry, don't do it.
I think he
do
just,
it?
Yeah,
he did it.
I saw him tuck it in the apron right there.
I saw it too. Yeah, he threw it underneath there. God damn it. Well, that took a very short amount of time for Jerry to be busted open here in the Last Man Standing match. Oh God.
Shit, Jerry.
Oh.
Yes,
this looks like a deep cut over his what was it, his right eye? Like on his forehead?
Yeah. Just Incredible is just gouging his eyes as well. Now, if you forgot, this is been a feud since ECW. They hate each other, but then they were nice enough to tag with each other, and then they hated each other again. So
now they had some really good matches in ECW. I'll give them that, and their matches here haven't been horrible.
They've just been 3 minutes. That's all.
Yeah, very short. Set out powerbomb out of the corner by Just Incredible. Now, didn't he just go for a pin?
What the fuck?
In a match when he said there was no pins didn't matter. Didn't he just get a 2 count on that? Or am I losing my mind?
No, Bob, you're right. Holy shit.
So do you pin the guy and then it's 10, so you're down for 13 seconds?
I think that was a fuck up on all ends here, to be honest with you. Because they're still talking about the 10 seconds. Jerry Lynn with a senton off the apron onto Just Incredible.
I was going to make a joke that one of them would go for a pin, and then sure enough.
Hey, when it's in your head, dude, I mean, that's how it goes. You're in the moment, you just fucking forget. Jerry Lynn looks disgusting right now.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah, it's TNA saying it's probably affecting his vision. Just Incredible's bleeding.
Are you kidding me? He did a blade job off of getting sent into the oh my God.
I think he did it early and too deep because I think it was supposed to be for that ring post.
Oh, dude, come on.
Holy shit, man.
Oh, God, dude. I just ate an ice cream sandwich before we started watching. And I'm telling you right now, it's that Just Incredible fucking his whole body's covered in blood right now, it looks like.
Dude. I think he's realizing, like, oh shit, I just cut myself too deep.
Yeah. Another pin attempt. What are we doing?
We've yet to have a pinfall or submission in this last man standing match. What the fuck does that mean?
What are we talking about? Do they not know the rules of a last man standing match?
I don't get it.
This is honestly disgusting. The amount of blood that these guys have lost, and like Jerry Lynn getting dropped toe hold into the ring steps, that's justifiable. Just Incredible, number one, completely missed like the podium thing. He just slapped his hand on it, and then he did a blade job, but he was bleeding before he went into the ring post afterwards. So that's just horrible. That was a nice superplex by Jerry Lynn. Oh,
dude, this is so nasty.
Yeah, that's
Jerry Lynn's moving the table. Just Incredible setup not long ago, but we were too distracted by the pins that they're doing.
Yeah. Okay, now he's putting Lynn on the table on the floor. Can't wait for a pinfall attempt on the outside here, probably coming up.
Oh boy, he's climbing up to the middle rope. Oh, Lynn's stopping that.
Is he gonna do what I think he's about to do?
Oh, let's find out. Oh shit!
No
Lynn's
way.
climbing up to the top rope.
No way. Yep.
Oh my God!
A top rope hurricane rana by Lynn on Incredible. This is disgusting. Incredible is he's saying Incredible's like, oh, my back hurts real bad.
Wonder fucking why, dude.
These guys are fucking bleeding so much.
What's
Look
it
at the
that
ring?
What's it that Jerry Lynn wrote on his chest when was it Steve Carino or who was he fighting?
Like, he wrote, yeah, it was Steve Carino.
Die.
Die. Yeah.
Yeah, he should do that right now. Die.
And then he put Steve Carino's blood on his face like it was war paint.
Calling for the cradle pile driver. No.
Oh, nut shot.
He literally kicked him right in the nuts.
Super kick, yes. Lynn is laid out. Jerry Lynn's blonde hair is now red.
Yeah, dude. It looks like he just got out of the shower, but no, that's blood.
And I can't believe Just Incredible's bleeding so much. Oh, going for That's Incredible, and he hits it.
Wow.
1, 2.
Oh, wait, is this Jerry Lynn now is 10 seconds? Okay, so what we're doing here
It's like a Texas death match.
Yeah.
Because last man standing would be you just hit a move and you tell the ref, hey, count. Texas death match is when you get a pin and then you get the 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So they don't know the stipulation correctly. Oh, Lynn got up. He got up pretty quick off that.
Right. Well, mind you, he was down for the cover for 3 seconds as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Which makes me feel like we're going to see some sort of crazy finish because how else are you going to stay down that long? Oh my God, Jerry Lynn's beating the shit out of him with slaps right now. Hey, I didn't tell you how many people are in the crowd tonight. We were so involved as soon as we started off with Legend and Jarrett. I just remembered. We have 800 people in the audience again tonight.
I was going to say 850.
Yeah, so we're a little short. Jerry Lynn.
Oh, Cradle Pile Driver. Can't 1, 2. Got him. All right. Well, Justin Credible will be able to get up. Probably. So does this count only apply to Credible even if Lynn was down to... I mean, Lynn's getting up, I guess.
I think technically, but that is weird, huh?
He's up to 7, 8, 9. Oh, Credible got up. He's like, bring it on. So Lynn's like, okay. Going to the corner. Looks like he's going to go for a tornado DDT. And no. Well, Credible reverses it, puts Lynn on the top turnbuckle. What is he doing? No. Maybe. No. Elbow.
Oh boy, what's happening here?
Well, Lynn really helped him out with that. Is he going to do a fucking... That's incredible off the middle turnbuckle. Okay. Is Jerry Lynn about to lose this match?
How do you get up after that?
Because if you get up after that, you're killing Credible's finish. 5, 6, 7.
I'm just wait. I don't even know what to say.
8, 9.
Oh, technically he was on his feet.
He got up and he fell
right back down, right at 9. Credible is now grabbing a piece of the broken table. This is interesting. Okay.
I can't believe that, dude. You kind of just killed the Tombstone Pile Driver. If you're getting up after... I mean, I know I guess it'd be 12 seconds, but...
Okay, so he's going to do something onto the... DDT onto that piece of the table by Lynn. He reversed whatever Justin Credible was about to do.
And then Credible pops right back up. And he's going to go for that. No.
Oh.
If this guy hits it a third time. No.
Nope.
Encounters.
Oh, he's cradling him. Oh.
A cradle, that's incredible.
You got the 3 count.
Now, what does the cradle really do? Does it jam your neck more or something? I don't know.
I would say it stops like the bounce up. Like if you hit your head and you kind of go up, I feel like it kind of helps keep him down.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think it does.
Okay, so it just jacks your neck more.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's less give on the body, I would say,
right.
than if you were holding around the waist and your arms could move up with them.
Right. Well,
match continues.
Gonna go for the cradle. Well, he just hit a cradle pattern.
Wait, they both pinned each other.
First guy up wins. Well, Credible's foot's underneath the rope, so his pin shouldn't even count.
Well, no, that's just not in this kind of match. Look, JB's trying to get the crowd going.
It's going to be a draw, and they're going to be a new tag team again. I respect you. No, they're both again now.
Yeah, but Credible got up first, and he's the one who took the move.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. He was on his feet.
What in the world? The winner's Jerry Lynn, apparently.
What? Credible was on his feet, and then he threw him down. How does he win?
I don't get it. Well, even today's like, they're saying Jerry Lynn's victorious.
I don't like that.
In the search for the meaning of life.
The match was just disgusting.
But at the Nashville Stockyard. It's the 3 Live Crew. B Jizzle, Suntan Superman. I got Jingling with you.
Jingling.
And K Diddle. Sorry, this is just throwing me off before the talk about Betty Whitehead from Nashville, Tennessee. Well, we got a question for you. Do you think Nashville has anyone as handsome as this guy's? She said, no, the rest of them are dogs.
Okay. Now I'm basically mocking her right in front of her face.
Take a look at her teeth and Jingling's teeth. Oh, what else are we going to ask her? In your eyes, your heart, and your mind. What is the meaning of life? What the meaning of life?
TNA Wrestling's the meaning of life. I love it.
The most thing she likes is wrestling. So she goes, if they canceled the show tonight, you would die. Oh, asking where all the fine women hang out. Yeah, we're talking to some other guys here. 3 guys. Oh, they're saying the bitch right here. Killings goes, nah, keep it clean. K-Dog's like, yo, look at all these pimps right here. Showing off the necklaces.
Oh, my God. Now, why is BG James acting all like he doesn't know what to do when his whole gimmick, his entire career has been like, oh, I'm a thug.
Yeah. That's a really good point, actually. Oh my God!
Why did we have to see that?
Why did they show a cow pooping?
Oh my God!
We're talking. Conan's now interviewing someone. This dude doesn't know what to say. He goes, "Yo, what's poppin'?" He goes, "Nothing much."
Oh, I thought he was wearing a Triple H shirt.
Yo, pimp,
It's just a Confederate flag.
Oh, we're in Nashville. Let's go do the damn thing, Playboy. Oh, how do you like Nashville so far? He's talking to a cow. He goes, that's exactly what I thought of Nashville, and he took it. Oh my God. He said, well, that's what I was in rehab for. He was just sniffing. Jesus Christ. This is ridiculous.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Wow. They're just talking BS now. Compton, La Bamba.
I really don't understand the point of this.
Oh, the meaning of life, and there's a pile of poop.
Cool.
Wait a second.
Are they brawling again, or is this a repeat?
It looked like a repeat, but we're brawling again. Jeff Jarrett and Legend here. Okay, before we get too much into this, that finish of the last man standing was bullshit.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if we're not done with that feud still. But the match wasn't bad up until that point, I would say.
I thought it was okay. Just the finish made absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
Because he was up on his feet and he threw him down by his pants.
Yeah. The 3 Live Crew segment we just got was actually, I think, their best yet. I thought it was pretty funny.
I mean, that's clearly what they're going for is comedy, right?
Yeah, I mean, compared to the other ones, this one actually made me chuckle a little bit.
Are they like heels though? Because they're always insulting Nashville people
and making fun of the fans and stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, Joe Legend just got pulled out the back. Jeff Jarrett's heading toward the ring. Don West and Mike Tenay here. It's an explosive situation. They are fighting in an actual one-on-one match later tonight, just so you know.
Well, Legend sent him to the hospital 2 times, so you know what? Jarrett does have a right to be mad, according to Don West.
That's a good point. Jarrett versus Legend and D'Lo versus Russo for 5 minutes.
I feel like D'Lo's going to get his hands on Russo for all of about 15 seconds until Styles does something.
Yeah. X Division title match here. The fight for the future, head-to-head in TNA, 1-1. Winner of the rubber match equals the X Division champion. So this is their third time meeting. And tonight, a fresh Kazarian, whatever that means. Oh, because he wasn't right after the match like last week. So we're gonna. I thought they meant like a fresh cut.
A fresh. No, he didn't. He hasn't wrestled 5 other guys here tonight. And here
comes
I'm going to win the championship. I'm champion already.
Frankie Kazarian coming to the ring. The future.
I'm surprised they're doing this again, especially when Sabin was. I mean, he already beat him, and then he was acting like he wasn't going to give him a rematch. So
he's like, "Yo, it's going to be mine." Dun, dun.
I think Lollipop needs to manage Sandman because it seemed like they were teasing a relationship between the two.
Yeah. Here comes Chris Sabin. I'm going to say it every time I see him. Man, he's one of my favorite TNA guys like ever.
Really?
I really like Chris Sabin.
I remember liking Chris Sabin. I mean, I don't hate the guy now by any means, but I remember when I was really following it around this time too that I did enjoy him.
When he was going for his, like, when he was chasing the heavyweight title in what year was that? Probably, God, I'm so bad with dates.
2013.
2013? Oh.
I think so.
I was going to guess around that, but, that Chris Sabin? Woo!
I haven't seen any of that.
I was hyped, dude. I was like, dude, I need Chris Sabin as heavyweight champion. And then he won it, and I was like, oh, God.
Oh, my.
It was fucking awesome. It was so cool.
What the fuck?
And the belt.
Oh, God.
The belt looks so good with him, too. And that's because I think he cut his hair before that, but he had longer hair again and, like, different gear and stuff.
How long was he champion for?
I'd have to look, but.
Because he beat Bully Ray, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Spoilers there for 10 years down the line.
I'm gonna look it up just since we're chatting about it during this introduction, full championship introduction, which to me means we're about to get a title change. To be honest.
Oh, you think Kazarian's gonna win tonight?
I do. They didn't do this. Well, I guess last week's was different. It was like a quicker match, so.
Yeah. Maybe he'll get his revenge. Yeah, again, trying to make this a big match feel. I don't know if I'm really buying into that, but
yeah.
We're at 37 minutes and 30 seconds as per usual with X Division matches. We start with some mat-based wrestling.
Yeah, we're getting right into it though. I mean, they didn't even like bullshit around the ring.
Yeah. Sabin doing like a Nation of the Domination pose there, saying "Hail Sabin."
So Chris Sabin on July 18th, 2013 at Impact Destination X.
Yeah.
He voluntarily vacated the X Division title in exchange for the heavyweight title shot at the match. And so yes, he did defeat Bully Ray. And then on August 15th, he lost it to Bully Ray. So he had it
less than a month. Has there ever, so when they would do the whole Destination X, give up the X title for a shot at the world title.
Option C.
Option C, yeah. Has anybody ever failed at Option C?
I think they did.
Because I know Aries was like the first one that.
Aries was the first. Sabin was the second, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yep, yeah, he was. Aries did it in 2012. Sabin was 2013. I don't think there's like I can't click, hey, give me option C as like what I want to look at, but
right.
It doesn't look like there doesn't look like there's an Impact title match. I mean, I'm looking at champions though, I guess, so.
Yeah.
You know what?
Float over swinging neck breaker.
That was nice. I'm actually going to look up X Division title reigns because then I'll be able to see. Well, I'm not going to look at early ones. I'm not going to do that. Oh, here we go. Option C. There's a whole section.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay, let's do some research on Option C that we'll eventually get to in like 20 years.
Yeah.
Look at Kazarian slipped out of the ring though here.
Oh.
Sabin going for a baseball slide. Kazarian moved, kicks him, going for potentially a moonsault. Gets dropped down.
Slams him face first on the apron.
So Rockstar Spud invoked Option C in 2015 and was defeated by Kurt Angle, so he lost his.
Well, yeah. As soon as you said Rockstar Spud, I knew he was never the TNA champions.
Eddie Edwards. So Lashley offered a winner-take-all match against Eddie Edwards, and he lost the X Division title in lieu of Edwards invoking Option C. So he didn't actually get to do Option C. He lost the title.
To Lashley?
Yeah, and Lashley had all the titles.
So he was
yes,
the Kurt Angle 10 years after.
Yeah.
Sabin just a few moments ago hit a nice corkscrew dive there off the apron.
And then after a rematch in which Lashley was victorious, becoming a double champion. In 2017, the X Division champion Sanjay Dutt did not exercise Option C.
Oh.
Well, here we go. An octopus stretch by Sabin on Kazarian. That's nice. And then in 2018, Brian Cage retained the X Division title against Callahan. And after the match, he announced he would use Option C at the Impact Wrestling Homecoming event to challenge Johnny Impact. And that's the last we've heard of Option C.
Interesting.
So it has a hit and miss history.
Which is good. You don't want it to work every time.
I agree with that.
It's just like Money in the Bank. You don't want the guy to actually cash it in correctly.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think that for several years, if you won Money in the Bank, you guaranteed winning the title, right?
Oh, yeah.
Kazarian just tried for a springboard, probably a springboard back elbow, but Sabin drop kicked him on the lower back. Counter that. Now they're rolling around in Jerry Lynn and Just Incredible blood, so.
And a lot of it, by the way.
Yeah, that's probably fine. I hope they cleaned up the puddle of blood at ringside there that Credible left. Just for safety purposes.
What was
really.
that? It was like a spinning gutbuster. It looked like he was going for a backbreaker, but then he spun him.
Yeah.
Sabin locking up Kazarian here now.
I'm on an armbar. Can he get a submission? Probably not. Worth a try, I guess.
If I had to take a guess.
Yeah. I don't know. For some reason, I find Sabin against Kazarian to be kind of boring.
I don't think this has been a bad match.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know. I guess the rivalry just isn't connecting with me.
Do you think that it's because they rushed Kazarian, essentially?
I think Kazarian, that was a nice cutter.
That was really
out of a tree of woe.
He popped up in the tree of woe and essentially caught Sabin, then pushed off into the cutter. That was cool.
That was good. Yeah, I think Kazarian is in the spot that Paul London was supposed to be in.
Yeah, I think there's a really good chance about that.
And this whole the future type of deal, yeah, I think it just kind of comes across really rushed, and as a result, just feels kind of phony.
Oh. Yeah. Now, of course, watching these kind of things in hindsight, is Kazarian got a 2 count there. We know who Kazarian is. If we were watching this at the time and we were like, "Oh, this Kazarian guy's getting quite a bit of title shots," and I don't even know who he is really. I don't know if I think I'd be a little upset and be like, "What the fuck?"
Well, I think that's also why the crowd is so dead, because it's like we don't really know this guy, and this is his 3rd title opportunity.
Yeah. And I don't think he's had a bad showing, but I do think that plays a part of it. Look at that Sabin picking him up. Oh, going for a buckle bomb, it looked like, but Kazarian slipped out. Oh.
Back to the future. Oh, I think that's called the Back to the Future for a 2 count.
I blanked. I couldn't remember what it was called.
There's Back to the Future, Wave to the Future, and then the Flux Capacitor.
Yes.
Wave of the Future is like a swinging flatliner type of thing.
It's almost like a Crossroads, isn't it?
No.
No,
I don't think so.
Oh,
of course. The Sabin just missile drop kicked Mike Posey.
Like a pretty good one, too.
Well, yeah, Posey took it pretty good.
Sabin ducked the super kick.
Yeah, over the shoulder.
Oh.
Backbreaker.
Nice.
Still not really sure how that hurts Kazarian. Sabin just drops to his knee with him over the shoulder.
It don't feel good, I'm sure. He grabbed the X Division title.
Does it, though? Because if I were to put you over my shoulder and then drop to my knees...
It'd shock my back.
You think so?
I do. I think it wouldn't feel very good. If I didn't have like a... I don't know. Oh.
I think my knee would hurt more than your back. Oh, see, now that's the wave of the future, and he hit his head right on the belt.
No, you're right. That was real nice. I mean, he hit him square on the belt, kicked the title away.
1, 2.
Whoa!
Bullshit. No way. No way. Dusty finish.
Oh, shit. You fucking
called it, dude. I fucking knew it, dude. Because he didn't get the belt all the way out of the ring.
And here's Rudy Charles saying no. He's actually...
Oh, shit. I thought they're going to restart the match.
Dude, that's nuts.
Oh, man.
I feel like that kind of woke the crowd up, though. Like, wait a second,
it did.
what? And look.
Oh, wow. They gave it to... I thought they were going to restart it, but they just give it to him by DQ. See, now this is the type of stuff you should do because then there's like a storyline to the whole thing here. You know, like, oh, Kazarian got Dusty finished. Like, oh.
Scott Hudson backstage here now with New Jack and Shark Boy. 2-on-2. Harris Brothers and New Jack and Shark Boy, it looks like, tonight.
Look at his forehead. Man.
New Jack says, every federation that you guys have been in, you came in, you beat the hell out of people. Oh, New Jack was at home. Tighten up some loose teeth, and he what you did is you jumped the Shark Boy.
Well, at least it's good to see that New Jack is back from his fall.
Pulling out boogers and eating it? Wow, this promo's all over. No way.
Oh, is he going to put on their Shark Boy mask?
He's giving a Shark Boy mask to New Jack, and he took it. He goes, you're like a hemorrhoid. You're a pain in my ass.
Oh.
For some reason, but I'm going to deal with it. Hey, Harris Brothers, if this is what it takes to get your ass in the ring, I'll wear it.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, he said wear a mini skirt. He's over if he wears a mini skirt and flip-flops. It doesn't matter. Believe it, you bitch. That's what I'm assuming it said.
Yeah.
That was good shit. If he comes out in a fucking Shark Boy mask, though, dude.
That would be funny.
Oh, my God.
Here comes my favorite tag team, the Harris Brothers.
Don's the fat one in the shirt. That's how you know.
Right. It's a TNA shirt, so apparently everybody that was in sex is now
TNA.
They're turncoats, and they've turned TNA.
Yeah.
Let's see. Does he come out in the mask? Does he do it? The suspense is killing me.
Oh my God.
He sure as hell did.
Dude. He pulled it down so far, the nose is on his mouth.
Yeah.
This is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Look at that.
He's basically ripped it like half open now. But it's okay.
New Jack from ECW is wearing a Shark Boy mask.
That's right.
In TNA wrestling.
That's right.
What in the world?
I could have predicted that.
No way.
Shark Boy double teamed here to start.
Yeah. Well, they hit New Jack out as he was going to the apron and jumped Shark Boy.
Now this is a match I have virtually no interest in, and that is just because of the Harris brothers.
Well, yeah, I definitely think the team of Shark Boy and New Jack is like fun. So like that part I'm here for. New Jack ducking a double clothesline, but then coming back with one of his own. Oh, he lifted the mask up and he put it back down, as if we don't know who's under it.
Right. See, now I feel like for a New Jack match to be any good, he needs weapons. So I'm really nervous that this is just going to be a traditional tag match, and as a result, be absolutely horrible.
Well, you might be onto something there.
Yeah. I don't know what Shark Boy just said, but the camera did he kick? Did he kick one of them? Well, New Jack just used a ring bell by the sounds of it, and now he has a chair in the corner.
Okay, so your wish is coming true, Bob.
He didn't even fold the chair. He just had it up there and smashed him in the head.
And I think Don Harris just hit that beer bottle that's on the ground or something.
Yeah, I think so.
New Jack laughing at him, which I would be too if I just hit him with a chair.
And he keeps pulling the mask up to do that type of stuff as if he's thinking that the Harris brothers don't know it's him.
Yeah, I don't really know the point of it, but I think it's hilarious.
It's funny. Yeah, it's like he doesn't know. It's, hey, Ron, it's me, New Jack, in case you didn't know. 2 count for New Jack. Oh, here comes Shark Boy. I'm sure this is not going to go well for Shark Boy. Of course. Let's see.
Nope.
Sends him into the corner. Clothesline. Big clothesline. Another one.
And
another
one.
No?
And yeah.
Great.
Jeez.
He goes to a front face line. Okay, and then this is Don, right? With the shirt, you said?
Yes, Don is in the shirt.
Okay. Leg drop. Heavy D. I like how you can tell the difference between the Harris brothers, but if it was the SATs, you would have absolutely no idea.
No, dude, I get them mixed up.
No idea. I feel like it's way harder to tell apart the Harris brothers than the Maximos.
Ron has a skinnier head, and I don't know how I remember that.
How do you know that? Swinging side slam by Don.
I know that because I've been watching too much TNA wrestling.
I hope there comes a time when they're both wearing t-shirts and you're going to be fucked.
Oh, I might be, yeah.
Because I'll tell you, if I review a show that has twins as tag team partners, I just make a guess.
That's awesome.
I'm just like, yeah, here's this guy.
I believe Don's goatee is longer as well. I think that's also one of the giveaways. New Jack just threw a chair in, but then Don Harris just picked it up instead, and then fucking...
How's that not a DQ?
Relax rules, bro.
But we just got a DQ off of a guy using a belt.
Yeah, that's a really great point.
I want to point out that Dallas is the type of guy who didn't know who Nikita Koloff is. But if you need to know the difference between Ron and Don Harris, by God, Dallas Gridley, he's that man. He will.
No, I do know who Nikita is. He's nephew Nikita. He had a really great Best of 7 series with Magnum TA in the summer '86.
Someone's been reading up on a Wikipedia page.
No, dude, it's one of my favorites.
Right.
Shark Boy off the apron hits Don Harris. New Jack is in the ring with Ron. And he just slammed him. Scoop slam. A scoop and a slam, as Tenay says, as Shark Boy gets thrown against the guardrail. We're just pulling out on the hard cam. Just cuz. And the arena looked real empty when they pulled out there, so they probably shouldn't do that again.
Yeah, probably not.
Leg drop with a chair by New Jack.
Do you think they're going to avoid using the balcony for a little while now that New Jack knocked himself out with it?
Yeah, I'd be surprised if we saw that again anytime soon. Although the bump New Jack took was pretty fucking dangerous.
Yeah, it was. Oh
my God. Chair on chair. New Jack jumped off the top with his chair, and he looked like he got hit with Don or Ron. I missed who it was, but...
I think it was Ron.
H-bomb. They hit it on New Jack. What?
And they pinned New Jack. That was stupid.
Oh, they got Shark Boy.
Great. Counter it.
And he did.
Oh, clothesline.
They have to get their heat back now. They're like, okay, you got one up on us last week. Oh,
don't.
They're taking the mask.
They're taking the mask out.
They got it.
Got it.
Oh, but look, New Jack has.
But New Jack has his. Did you get a look at his face? And he runs away.
And New Jack takes the beating for his partner.
Made the save for his friend.
Wow, what a great guy, man. I wish New Jack was my friend. Unfortunately, he died. So.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm sure that if you were on New Jack's good side.
Oh, here comes Sharkboy with the Hulk fists. Dude, the Harris brothers are selling the shit out of those.
I'm surprised that they would sell for that. Mike Tenay had a sit down with Kid Cash and his big scary dude. Well, he's standing up, pacing.
This set looks so much cooler for the sit down interviews than it used to.
Yeah.
Well, this is a great time to mention that, unfortunately, that was New Jack's last appearance.
Really?
Yeah, we will not be seeing New Jack again until 2010 when he makes an appearance at the Hardcore Justice show.
I was going to ask if he was at the Hardcore Justice one.
Yeah, I think he just comes out, though, and
I wonder why they stopped using him, because, I mean, he didn't do anything egregious to... And I thought he was getting over.
I actually really been enjoying New Jack's time, so it is unfortunate. Yeah. Maybe next week in the news we'll have an update on that. I hope.
I hope so. That would be a good question for Jarrett on his podcast. Like, hey man, like New Jack and Shark Boy were getting over. Why did you guys stop using them?
Yeah. Oh, Kid Cash says he's beating the Bushwhackers. He's beating the Junkyard Dogs. He's beating the AJ Styles. Beating the Jerry Lynn's. Abyss is walking around the stage and hitting it, and he just scared the shit out of Mike Tenay. And he goes, "Can you control him?" Because he's slapping the stage.
Yeah.
And I'd like to point out Kid Cash's shirt that says Toca Bowl. So it's a Taco Bell shirt, but instead it's a pipe. See? Toca Bowl. So he's token.
Yeah.
He's got a question for him, Mike Tenay. When's the last time you climbed into the ring? He goes, they don't pay me to get into a ring.
I want to see Tenay in the ring, though.
Against Jarrett.
No, I want him against Russo.
Jump off the ring ropes, land on your head one time, see how long you last. So he's basically saying, you can't talk shit about what I'm doing until you do it.
Which is a valid argument.
Yeah. So what's this about the disrespect for the women that you have? Trinity, Goldilocks. He goes, so I'm supposed to respect two women? I got 2 words for Goldilocks and Trinity.
Working rat?
How the hell do you think she got with Vince? What'd she do, climb in the closet with Vince? Jesus. Wow, we're just taking all the shots here. Oh, talking about where Goldilocks lays with in recent weeks, hinting at Eric Watts there, I believe.
Yeah, and I'm surprised they even really mentioned the Trinity thing, because she's a heel again.
Yeah. Talking about Abyss here. Abyss coming up front, gets in the face of Mike Tenay. Holy shit.
Tenay's freaking terrified.
He's like, get him out of here. Abyss looks fucking massive compared to Kid Cash.
He does, and he's definitely in good condition. Look at Tenay's face.
Tenay's terrified.
Yeah, he's terrified, but also pissed at Cash.
Yeah. He goes, I think he said after this, you'll respect Kid Cash. He goes, okay, come on, big man.
Yeah.
Leave this trash. He's ripping off the microphone while trying to.
The scowl of Mike Tenay.
The classic.
Eric
Fucking
Watts,
Eric
Mr.
Watts.
Explosion.
What's your problem?
What's your problem? Oh my God.
Watts it to ya. Look, everyone loves Eric Watts.
Okay.
Watts' weakness? That's easy. It's women.
Is he literally replacing what with just Watts?
Yes. Just ask Goldie. Okay, so Scott Hudson interviewing Eric Watts and Goldilocks.
Is Goldie transitioning fully as a manager right now?
It does appear like she is. Oh, Eric from WCW. All great deals take time. So we're not ignoring that. That's good.
Yeah.
Got to dot the I's and cross the T's, my friend. Next week. Eric will be here next week. Goldie says, okay, you know him. Are you sure? You've pulled with him? So we can please start with getting my job back.
Right in front of Scott Hudson. Oh yeah, don't get your used panties in a wad, Goldie. Oh!
Eric, you know I don't wear panties, and he just grabs her butt.
Oh, wow. What the hell? Yeah, let's cut that.
Oh.
What the fuck? You know I don't wear panties. Yeah, you're right. That's April, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Not as good of a dancer as Lollipop.
No, but just as fine to look at.
Yeah.
Well, what is that move? Those squats? Did you see how
squatting?
She was like she was going to pee on us.
Yeah, what was that about?
I remember when you wore whipped cream.
Nurse Veronica. Who's the other girl?
Oh, it's a cheerleader, they're saying. And here comes Goldilocks, who just got whipped down by Nurse Veronica.
Lollipop, not Goldilocks.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jesus. It's the LIs.
Who's the dude there? Oh, that's the security.
Yeah,
her boobs are not pop out again.
This has been brewing for several weeks, of course. Who's the cheerleader? Could it be cheerleader Melissa? I don't know.
I don't know. That's what I was thinking. That's the only cheerleader I've ever known.
Well, that's why I said that. Let's take a look at the Fallen Angel during this random brawl between all the women.
Cat fight. Let's just go to a Christopher Daniels promo.
Yeah, I just no wonder April was looking so awkward. Probably because she knew she was about to get her ass beat in a second.
Yeah. Can't waste your potential.
Many people here in TNA will make you believe that tradition will help you reach your potential. Tradition destroys your potential. I'm glad they're showing this stuff with Daniels. He's not just a tag guy in sex. He's actually doing something.
Yeah.
As a character, you know what I mean?
I like it too. I can get behind him as a singles guy.
I think he was about to take his glasses off and then didn't.
Yeah. He just readjusted.
He will drive tradition out of TNA. That's the gospel according to the Fallen Angel.
So he's still kind of holding on to the sex banner without being sex.
Returning soon to save your soul. Say your prayers. It's got some weird music, dude.
It's like Passion Cove music, they're about to have a sex scene or something.
Yeah, it was.
Shout out to all of my fellow Passion Cove watchers when you were in middle school on HBO, when your parents fell asleep. Shout out. Elix Skipper.
Who's coming out in a black trench coat and he's got a clipboard, or is it a scale?
It's a scale, I think.
Yeah, what the heck? I don't like the jacket on him.
I don't either.
It's like a Sting Crow jacket.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have an idea. Use Athena, it says. He goes, obviously, you people must have forgot. And a damn thing changed. This is still the house that Primetime built. And you are looking at, pound for pound, the best wrestler in the world. The best athlete in the world. I don't care if you're 100 pounds or 600 pounds. I ain't just talking about wrestling. Is it basketball? It's Kobe Bryant. You don't want none of this. And if it's football, Michael Vick, I got a field in my backyard.
What?
Roy Jones Jr.? I don't know that. You don't want to go out like that.
Roy Jones Jr. is a boxer. He should have been like, Pete Weber, I could beat you at bowling. Let's go to the lanes.
The crowd's like, yo, shut up.
Oh,
What the heck is this? This is a weird video. Oh!
Amazing Red.
Wow, we haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, it sure feels it. Has he gained weight?
He does look a little bit bigger. It's kind of hard to tell, but I do think so too.
Oh, that was a weird camera cut.
Okay, so Amazing Red and Elix Skipper. This should be a fucking good-ass match, I would have to guess.
He's definitely put on some pounds.
It's all that touring in Japan, dude.
Yeah. It may also be the fact that he always has a knee injury, so he's probably on his couch just eating.
Well, some of us do that without having any injuries, so.
That's true.
Wheelbarrow. Oh, Red landed on. Yeah, from a German suplex there. Skipper kicked him in the gut, though. He's got him in a suplex move here, holding him up. Oh. Roll up.
Yeah, Red counter with the inside cradle. Kick to the gut. You know, it would have been nice for them to advertise Amazing Red return.
Yeah, that would have been pretty important, I would say.
Ooh, drop kick. From behind.
You're following along with us. We're at 1 hour and 7 minutes. Oh, is he going to hit Code Red? Oh, no.
Speaking of Code Red, I was watching SmackDown from 2002 as Red goes for a baseball slide, and now, Skipper counter. Oh, jeez. DDT on the floor. I was watching a SmackDown from 2002, and if there's any indication if WWE was watching TNA, I think this one kind of cements it. Oh, well, Billy and Chuck have a finishing move like off the top rope where a guy's on Chuck's shoulders and Billy comes off the top with like a bulldog type of thing. And they call it a Code Red.
What?
Yeah, they said, oh, Billy and Chuck with the Code Red.
What the hell?
Like, what the fuck? I think they were just stealing TNA's finishing moves for their own guys, doing different moves.
That's weird. Oh, look at that knee by Elix Skipper. Knee. He had him in like a headlock and then just lifted his knee.
Oh my God, look at how jacked Skipper is. And you put a trench coat on him when he came out? Why are you doing that?
A fucking trench coat. And then he brought out a scale as a prop and like just talked about it. Double underhook. Look at this. Nice. Oh, just brought him down. Nice.
1, 2, kick out. I kind of wish AJ was a babyface because I would like to see an AJ Skipper match.
Oh, yeah. That sounds really good.
Ooh. Oh. Like a savant kick in the corner by Skipper. Now he's doing like a handstand in the corner and he hit a leg drop for a 2 count.
2. Oh, someone just hacked up a lung.
I think that was Don. Like hacked a loogie. That was weird.
Oh, going for springboard moonsault, but Red moved out of the way. Tilto World DDT by Red on the Skipper.
I'm sure Borash is going nuts on the floor right now. That's the Amazing Red we know and love.
You're damn right.
Oh, pound for pound, best wrestler in the world. Who better to challenge Skipper than Amazing Red as he hits a middle rope swinging flatliner? 1, 2. Oh, Skipper kicks out at 2.
Go, Red, go. Start doing it.
Go,
Red,
go.
go.
You can do it. We believe in you. Oh, Skipper catches him on a Hurricanrana.
Oh.
And, Red fighting out of it. Oh, he hits it anyway. Nice Hurricanrana. 1, 2.
Oh.
Matrix by Skipper. And then a standing spin kick. A leg lariat, as TNA calls it. I think a leg lariat's when you jump, though.
Yeah, I would say that is more.
Yeah.
Skipper's got a chair now. He's fed up. He's done.
Oh, I thought he grabbed the trench coat.
That would have been funny.
Or is it just the chair?
The referee's grabbing it. Oh, there's some signs that are censored in the crowd on our end. I'm dying to know what those say.
I don't know. Red tried for a roll up, but Skipper's able to kick out at 2.
I almost just saw it. Oh, he used the scale.
Why did Rudy have to go all the way to the floor with the chair?
So that Skipper could hit him with the thing. Skipper steals the win.
Wins it after a scale shot to the head. Wow. What a travesty. Oh, shit. The Sting interview.
Fuck. Dude, I forgot.
3, unscripted, unleashed, unreal, unprecedented. It's Sting behind the paint. Sting, how do you feel about WCW closing? Because we asked hard-hitting questions.
All the years with the NWA, World Championship Wrestling. Wow. That had to be really great for your career, don't you think, Sting? That you were with the NWA for so long. Let's talk about the first time the NWA, all the way back then, NWA World Champion.
Let's talk about something that happened 13 years ago. Remember when you were champion?
Oh, yes, I'll never forget that. My first world title win. Why would I ever forget that?
You want to know what he does forget? He forgets where David Arquette won the WCW World title because when he came to Syracuse for a big-time wrestling show, we yelled out that this is where Arquette won, and he was like, what? That happened here? No way.
You're damn right it did. Proud of it.
Never forget, dude.
I trust Rick enough to make it happen. Is there any way that you can concisely give me a response to the many years that you spent with World Championship Wrestling? What that roller coaster ride was really like? Sting's like, well, I felt that we were always a far cry from first place. We were a long shot second place. There's always the WWF, and then there's WCW. We fought tooth and nail, and we ended up catching up. Yes, Raw was an item, and then our answer to that was Nitro, even though it came 2 years after Raw started. No hidden motives. All of a sudden, we were under number 1, and then we were way up. You used the term cutting edge, even though we just had a cut in the interview, so who knows what he was actually using the word cutting edge. The many hours that you had to spend up in the rafters. He goes, I had too many stories to list right now. If I had to do it tonight, I'd be nervous beyond measure. And my sphincter would be very tight, he said. Next week, let's see. They partnered up with me and helped me get back up on my feet. It's probably when he told everyone that, hey, all your husbands cheated on you, just so you know.
That was it.
That was our interview this week.
I can't wait for part 4
of 37.
Yeah.
Here comes Don Callis and Edward Chastain.
This guy, Iceberg, looks hilarious in his suit.
Dude, Don Callis still wears that shirt.
Does he really?
I've seen him in that light pink shirt with that tie. I swear to God. He also does like the longer suit jackets. He still wears like longer suit jackets like that too. Very anti-hardcore agenda.
That outfit for Edward Chastain. This is just...
Oh, they're claiming he's 500 pounds. And he's the man that destroyed the Sandman last week. And he is sort of like the man they call Vader, but he's not. He's fatter.
He kind of reminds me of like Matt Tremont.
Oh, I see that.
Now, it's also funny that Callis is saying he's anti-hardcore, but then if you looked at Edward Chastain's forehead, it's clearly sliced up. So I'm assuming he's worked some hardcore matches.
Maybe. Yes. Chastain downsized the Sandman right under the company. If I did this, I would have ended the Hard 10 tournament way earlier and then brought this gimmick in to end it.
Yeah.
The crowd's chanting, "We want Sandman," as Don Callis just blabbers, as he's very good at doing.
He does like to talk.
He's a good talker, though.
No, I don't think he's bad. But he's definitely the type of guy that likes the sound of his own voice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I hear something. What's this? Oh, it's Dancy, his opponent. Oh, shit.
Hey! Norman Smiley!
Look how he's dancing.
The hell?
The hardcore wiggler. Yes, he's a former WCW hardcore champion, and he's back.
Yeah, but he should be wearing like football gear and stuff. Screaming Norman.
Dude, he 100% should come out in that.
Chastain's. Very loose-fitting clothing.
It makes him look even bigger than he is.
Yeah. Well, that's maybe why they're doing it.
Oh, it very well could be.
The crowd's going nuts. Apparently going nuts for Norman. And when I say the crowd's going nuts for Norman, it's the one side that Jeremy Borash is probably telling them, hey, cheer really loud for this guy.
He's throwing shirts.
Because the hardcam side was not making sound at all. So, that was important.
Rough him up, Don Callis is saying on the outside.
Smiley with some forearms in the corner.
What is he going to do with this 500-pound guy?
Oh, shoulder block. Devastating shoulder block.
Scoop. Oh, Norman slips out around the back. Gets him from behind. He's up against the ropes now. Oh, is he going to do it? Is he going to do the big wiggle? Nope, not yet. Don Callis didn't want it either, it looked like. He was up on the apron there. He's trying to whip Chastain to the other corner, but... Oh, there we go. He gets him.
Slowly.
And he has to pull his pants up because if you're this large, your pants usually fall down a lot, and you have to pull them up all the time.
Going for a sunset flip. I don't know if that's going to work. Oh, Chastain, though, misses a sit-down splash.
Oh, a shitty forearm to the Norman Smiley.
Yeah.
Oh, Norman ducking the clothesline but getting a back elbow to the face. Yeah.
Very vicious. You're 500 pounds and you're throwing back elbows.
Catching Norman in a cross as he went for a crossbody and just drops him.
Casually dropped him down in the mat.
Oh, Norman caught the clothesline thing into an armbar, but he reverses it. He picks him up, slams him down with a sidewalk slam. Norman's got his foot on the rope as the ref counting, clearly pretending he didn't see it.
Yeah, this is not an impressive showing for Mr. Edward Chastain.
No, who's also chewing gum while he's wrestling.
I
so
just
fuck
noticed
you for
that. Yeah.
Norman gets a back elbow, coming off the rope, sits a clothesline, but Chastain's not moving. Norman coming off with another one.
How did you chew gum in Russell? I don't. You're just asking to choke.
He's got the big man rocking. What's Norman gonna do?
Big wiggle him.
I'd hope so.
Oh, here we go.
He told him, "Get your ass up."
And he did it. Wow, he actually humped him too. Jeez.
Good for him.
It only took him over a year in TNA to hit the big wiggle.
No, I think he's done it before, but.
Uh-oh. Oh, my God. He barely even jumped them. Well, if I could go... If that's the first and last time that Chastain is on my screen, I think I'd be okay with it. The Interrogators.
Yeah, we're immediately cutting to the Interrogator segment, and here we are, America's Most Wanted.
What are they? What is on their head?
Harris is wearing the Triple H war bonnet.
Yeah, he is. They're both like leather hats or something.
Cage match, greatest night of our careers. Christopher Daniels, one of the greatest wrestlers he stepped in the ring with. Elix Skipper, Harris says, extraordinary athlete. Cage was in his house. Clint Eastwood, or John, what did he say? Death sentence off the top of the cage. Just ask him about it. Stop making him answer one-word things with it.
Right.
Insane. Bride and Bulls or Boston Broncos? Oh, the inner cowboy almost slipped out there, and Harris gave him the eyes. Glenn Gilberti. Jackass? That's how we say in the South. Bret Hart. Best there ever will be. Rock and Roll Express or Midnight Express. R&R.
Remember, they had a match with them earlier this year.
Oh, wow, dude. Whoa.
You forgot it.
That feels like a lifetime ago.
I know, doesn't it?
TNA. Say it. Tits and ass. We all know what it is now. It's home, and home is where the heart is. 8-second ride or catatonic? He goes 8-second ride all the way. I've seen people get up from the catatonic. NWA World Tag Team titles. Tradition. Exactly where they're supposed to be, with America's Most Wanted. We can drop those segments at any time, by the way.
Yeah, I don't like the Interrogator.
We cut back, and Glenn Gilberti's in the ring with Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger, who are looking like badasses.
Yeah, now Borash is probably going to get his ass kicked. See, now, Edward Chastain, if you want to take a look at how you look in dress clothing, just take a look at Simon Diamond. Because that's how you look with a suit with a tie on and a dress shirt.
Swinger, he said we were going to get a fair shot at the World Tag Team Championship. We got jobbed out and treated like jabrones by your company as you sat there with your stupid little non-wrestler desk. Isn't that true? He's yelling at JB right now, by the way. Here's Simon Diamond. You're going to sit there and deny the fact that the NWA plays favorites with their tag team champions? America's Most Wanted. JB's like, no.
Impossible.
Glenn's got the microphone now. He's got the format in his hand. Oh, maybe not.
It's probably a format.
It was the...
Oh!
This is from your column, From the Inside with Jeremy Borash. I missed that segment on our show. A year ago, no one's ever heard about America's Most Wanted. And now I'd say they're highly regarded as the best tag team in the industry. JB's like, well, I mean...
I did say that. I do think that.
They've carried themselves as professionals with a great attitude. It's refreshing and contagious who share their desire for success. He's saying, JB, are you denying that you wrote this?
Do it.
Oh, we should.
Are they going to shove it down his throat? Oh, no. Gilberti shoved it in his mouth. Oh, his boy. Oh! Boy, I just slapped Gilberti. But now he's held by Diamond and Swinger. Wait, who's coming out? Oh, it's AMW with their leather hats.
Oh, they're so bad.
Yeah, they need to ditch that.
Mostly James Storm's is
the Storm one is horrible.
It's like a fisherman hat, but it's made out of leather.
Yeah.
They just called Gilberti, who has a hurt back, so I can't imagine that he's going to take... Yeah, there we go. I didn't think he was going to take nothing crazy.
No, you can tell that he actively tried even to avoid the apron.
Kill the Cowboy is a sign right in the middle of the audience. Here we go. Heart attack.
Boom. Hits it.
Oh! Oh my God. Simon Diamond just destroyed James Storm with a headshot with a chair.
He must have saw the sign that said kill the Cowboy because he might have. Oh! Killed the Wildcat with the chair shot too.
Wow.
Man. Do they do blade jobs, you think, or what? Probably.
Yes. Gilberti's sitting down.
They love the blade.
He says, we're not leaving this ring until somebody from the NWA comes out and sanctions a tag team title match for Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger right now. I don't care who you send. Selbin Bellrins.
Damn you, Jack Fargo!
Oh man, I miss Jackie Fargo.
Oh, did you hear on the podcast that he was fucking wasted?
Yeah.
When he did that promo?
Oh shit, that's Raven's music. Where is he?
What does he have to do with Gilberti, Diamond, and Swinger, though? Is it him? Oh, shit.
Raven's here.
Well, here we go.
Oh, he's got a new skirt.
Don't roll your ankle again over the apron. Well, he looks like he's walking okay. Oh. He's not an official. He can't make a tag match, by the way. I don't know. Oh. Wow. Swinger clotheslined Raven. Diamond beating on Raven. Why is Raven helping AMW? I don't understand. Clothesline. Bulldog clothesline combo on Diamond and Swinger. He's fired up. The crowd's going nuts for Raven. And that's like a genuine nuts. That's not Borash doing jumping jacks.
Yes.
Exactly. Harris taking Swinger to the floor with a spear.
I'm smelling a 6-man tag. I don't know about you.
No kidding. Storm is going nuts on Diamond.
Yeah,
probably for the chair shot. Break the commentary table, then I get Chipotle for life from Dallas. Twice a day.
Quit dreaming, buddy.
Twice a day forever.
Yeah, you wish.
Yeah, well, you're just saying that because they recently increased their prices by 40 cents. So.
Oh yeah, I can never afford to eat at Chipotle again. Oh my God, 40 cents.
Giving people living wages. Oh God, 40 cents.
How dare they? Harris is going outside with Swinger. Raven's got the microphone. Shane Douglas, James Mitchell. I didn't come out here to whine. I didn't come out here to bitch. And I didn't come out here to complain. It's pretty much everything that he just already said. I came out here to demand that both of you take a guided tour to Raven's Clockwork Orange House of Fun. Step into the ring. Bolt the Raven. Nevermore.
So. Okay. So that's Father Mitchell. So is he challenging Douglas to a Clockwork Orange match or what? I mean, I know he said both, but Raven.
Look at
Raven ran up.
James Mitchell was like yelling at Raven, but Raven didn't give a fuck. He's attacking Shane
Douglas wearing like leather pants?
It's kind of, yeah, they look kind of like leathery. They might be.
What a weird fashion choice.
These two going at it in the ring here. Douglas whips Raven. He ducks the clothesline. Raven. Is he going to hit the Raven effect? Calling for it. Who's this?
Who's that? Oh, it's Brian Lee and Slash.
Holy shit. We haven't seen them in wicked long.
Well, Raven completely missed the super
He didn't get all of it. Shane Douglas with a low blow.
He didn't get any of it, but that's okay. Low blow by Douglas. Big boot by Brian Lee.
Dude, we haven't seen these guys in so long.
I know. Wow. Uh-oh.
Father Mitchell threw a chair into Shane Douglas. Looks like they were going to potentially Oh, I don't want to call it before I see it. No, he's setting the chair up. I thought he was going to just Pillmanize him, put it around his ankle.
You would think with the ankle, but what are they going to do?
Mitchell says, and now Raven. Drop toe hold onto the chair.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Raven's trademark move. And again. Mitchell's just laughing. He loves it. Where's Punk and De Niro?
Great question. Feel the exquisite pain, Raven. Take him out again. There's a sign in the crowd that says "Burn, Jeremy, burn." Raven's busted open as he gets another drop toe hold into the chair. They're yelling, "Raven, Raven, have you had enough? Have you had enough? I want to hear you beg." And he tells him to go to hell. Oh, really? Gentlemen, one more time, they say. Where is the gathering? What the hell?
Yeah, what is going on? I don't understand.
Unless they were finally taken out last week, maybe? Oh, Raven is wicked bloody, dude.
Yeah. See, that's the one thing. I think that's one of the good things about TNA. They're not afraid to use blood. Maybe excessively here sometimes, but
your past has finally caught up to you, and he says, "I can't go to hell. I brought the hell to you." Yeah,
I brought hell to you. Oh, yo. Oh.
Wow. Disciples of the New Church are back. Legend in the back here with Scott Hudson. Legend cut him off. They pulled the camera closer. You see, it's like this. I didn't come here to TNA to mess around. I came here as a great Canadian athlete to destroy Jeff Jarrett. You're a low-life American folk hero. Heroes come and go and legends live forever. Dude, hell yeah.
And then that's part of his thing. It's his catchphrase, and it's also part of his video packaging.
Dude, I like this guy a lot.
I don't think he's bad.
About to make his way to the ring. We're at an hour, 32 minutes, and 25 seconds if you are following along with us. We don't have a whole ton of show left, Bob.
No, we don't. Now, normally these shows are about an hour 53. Oh, Jarrett attacking from behind. Which means we're not going to get a Jarrett in-ring introduction. That means no theme music, so that's disappointing. But as I was saying, these shows usually run about an hour 52, hour 53. But according to the file here, it's about an hour and 45 minutes this week. So,
yeah, so a little bit shorter. And don't forget, I'm assuming this is our last match until D'Lo finally gets his hands on Vince Russo for 5 minutes in the ring as Jarrett slams Legend against the announce table and now against the guardrail. So we are heating up here on ringside. This is basically what they've been doing the whole time. Jarrett chucks Legend into the crowd. This is a Jeff Jarrett match after all. We have to wrestle in the crowd. It's a rule.
Every time.
A fan took his chair, or Jarrett took a fan's chair that he handed him, I should say. Wails on Legend, and again.
Another one. Why not? How about another chair shot? No, he missed it. Okay, so then he just throws it at his shoulder. No problem.
Why not? Just make up for it.
Yeah. The referee trying to take the chairs away, distracting. Oh, Jarrett throws Rudy Charles down. Here's security. Rick Santel, get away from him.
That seems like a $10,000 fine.
Oh
my God.
Rick Santel. Not the old man.
Black and white security going down. We got to get the red shirts out here to stop this.
Chris Fun. I can't believe this.
Jarrett almost just slipped.
Yeah, he almost slipped on, I don't know what, a chair or a drink or something?
Probably, yeah, I would assume a spilled drink, but what do I know?
Also, with the red shirts, I think we've only seen one of them. We haven't seen Wilson. We just saw Northcutt today.
There wasn't two of them earlier?
I don't think so. I didn't see Ryan Wilson. I just saw Kevin Northcutt.
That's interesting.
Now we're back toward the ring here. Jarrett going to the top rope with a chair, stealing New Jack's finishing move, because that's what New Jack usually does.
Let's see. What's he going to do?
Rudy, get the hell out of the way. Good. He smashed.
Here's Russo.
Russo's got a baseball bat. Distracting Jarrett.
Legend's got the bat.
Legend's got the bat. Hits Jarrett in the back. Back of the head, TNA says. And Legend just pinned Jarrett. Wow.
Whoa, dude. Oh, there he is, right?
Oh yeah, okay. I didn't see him in the other. I didn't see him in the other segment.
I saw a shirt. I didn't see if it was actually him or not.
Oh, all right. I just saw Northcutt both times.
Whoa, dude. Okay, so that was really fast and really quick, but didn't expect Legend to just get a pin on Jarrett. Obviously not clean, but holy shit.
Yeah. Well, that definitely wasn't a wrestling match, to say the least. It was more of just a fight.
Which is fitting for kind of what's going on with them, though. So.
Oh, sure.
Wow, dude. I don't know what it was, but after we hit the half-hour mark, the past hour, and apparently 5 minutes here, flew by.
Yeah. I think it was after Sabin and Kazarian.
Well,
that's the trend on these shows.
The proof is in the pudding, man.
Yeah.
Wow, America's Most Wanted versus Simon Diamond and Swinger. And we have match graphics back. Yes! But that's not all.
I do like match graphics.
CM Punk and Julio are taking on Shane Douglas and the Disciples of the New Church. Oh, that's right. Last week he lit
Fireball.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Wow. And the triple feature. Best 2 out of 3 falls. D'Lo Brown, AJ Styles. Remember, pinfall in the first match, submission in the second, and then a ladder match if we have to go to a third.
Which we will, because they can't go too long without doing a ladder match.
No, we can't. Dude, next week is sounding wicked good.
That sounds like a loaded show.
Wow. Stay tuned. Episode 55 next week. It's going to be a good one. I'm pumped. Okay, so what's D'Lo going to do in these 5 minutes he has?
I feel like the 5 minutes here are just going to be D'Lo getting his ass kicked.
Oh. Scott Hudson standing by with the 5-minute man, Vince Russo, who's wearing his WCW Triple Cage attire.
He sure is.
He's got the helmet on. He goes, is that enough protection? First of all, he says, Jeff Jarrett is officially now out of the title picture. You saw it?
You saw it?
Jarrett starts at the bottom. He's like, yeah, but you got 5 minutes with D'Lo Brown, so. Oh, that's funny. He goes, every time I dress like this, it seems like someone gets hurt, doesn't it? That's pretty funny.
Oh, man.
He goes, wrestlers are stupid. Don't forget that.
Stupid. Is that the cage thing in the ring?
The cage is in the ring, and D'Lo's in the ring here. Get out here and deal with this 5-minute ass kicking now.
I feel like the cage is going to work against them.
Yeah. I'm going to take a guess here, and I don't know what exactly is going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see someone make their debut and join Russo right now.
Oh.
Here comes Vince Russo. The 5-minute man, as TNA called him. He's got a mouth guard in.
I don't know if that's like a sexual innuendo there, but 5 minutes is above average time.
Jesus.
Yeah, who's that? Oh, it's Posey.
He tried to walk out, and Posey's like, nah, dude, you're going in there.
I don't know about you, but I would definitely be intimidated by Mike Posey. I would probably end up going back to the ring.
Right.
Mike Posey, essentially the size of an X Division wrestler.
You know what I just realized? Why do some people come out of the left side of the stage, some come out of the right, and some come out of the middle?
I think that it's heel and face sides.
Well, so did I, but Russo just came out of the middle.
He's a tweener, bro.
Okay.
Or maybe because he's a personality.
Oh, okay.
He comes from the middle.
Could be. Russo's like, yeah, I ain't getting in the ring. Good try. They're like, you have to. You literally have to.
There's no debate, bro. You got to do it, bro.
Oh, he walked behind the cage so D'Lo can't get it at him right away. Here, Styles slid in the ring. Okay, maybe I was wrong about a debut, but Styles coming in makes sense.
We haven't even seen him today. This is the first time.
Yeah. Back body drop to Styles.
Put him in the cage.
Oh, he slammed him right into it wicked hard.
Screw you, D'Lo. Of course. And there he's in the cage.
Russo's not even trying to stop it. He's just standing behind it.
Literally standing behind it.
Sonny Siaki.
The man he beat earlier tonight.
Oh, he's got handcuffs.
Yeah, he sure does. I told you, man. This whole thing was just going to be him getting his ass kicked.
Damn. Oh, the back of the cage broke. Look, Styles could easily get out of that.
No, we're ignoring that.
Sonny Siaki handcuffing D'Lo Brown. Oh wait!
No, you got Sonny.
Whoa!
That was good.
that was wicked good.
How does Sonny not realize he's getting handcuffed to the top rope?
Here comes Trinity. She's like, "Hey, I'm sorry." Oh shit! The low.
The low down.
I'm sorry, the Sky High. That's the Sky High.
Sky High. Right.
Sky High.
Yeah, low down's the private.
Oh,
here's Legend. I was gonna say you can't drive out Legend, right? He just beat Jarrett.
Trinity's like already getting up, so she's
I don't know how.
Sure.
Oh.
He's fighting back against all odds. Come on, just punch Russo once, please. Oh, here we go. He's got him.
Styles. AJ realized that the door is really flimsy, so he just kicked free.
D'Lo couldn't even do that shit last week.
Yeah.
This is sick.
I can't believe this. Come on, D'Lo.
This D'Lo is in severe trouble as they're beating him.
Triple team.
Hey, Russo's got a microphone. How's that, D'Lo, huh? Little buddy? Finish him, AJ.
Oh, he's gonna go. Oh, Styles Clash. Yeah. Oh, he hits it.
He hit it. Look at
1, 2, 3. Oh my God! AJ's still the champion.
And they're like, look, they're making say, hey, do it again.
Is no one gonna come out to help out D'Lo?
Oh, look, they're gonna make him submit.
With an Indian deathlock of sorts. Is he tapping?
Not yet. I think he's knocked out.
Okay. Go get a ladder and then make him climb up the ladder.
Oh, they said he tapped, see? Russo right in his face, that chicken. Yeah, so they're beating the hell out of D'Lo Brown right now.
Some sort of control to stop this. This is out of control.
What is that? Humiliating D'Lo. Legend's got him in. Oh, he's just holding him. Say it. D'Lo sucks. Say it.
Never.
Damn you, Russo. For those who don't know, that's what you call New York style. Yeah, as today says, it's a gang beating. Okay, so they might. Is that official? We're saying that this is New York Style potentially. Is the group name?
What? That would be not a great name.
Well, was Sex really that great of a name?
Yes.
It's Sex itself is, but Sports Entertainment Extreme sounded like bullshit.
Well, that's why you just identify it as sex. You don't actually say the name.
Bullshit. This is New York Style. I'm calling it that until we got an official name. Except it doesn't make sense because Styles is from Tennessee, but
I thought it was from Georgia.
Georgia. Sorry,
And then isn't Legend Canadian?
Well, yeah, but he acts like he's from New York, so.
So none of it. Sonny Siaki's not from New York. Like, what are we talking about?
Sonny Siaki could be. Okay, just go with it.
Trinity is, but that's about the only one.
See, someone is, so I'm not.
In Russo, I guess.
I'm not completely wrong. I don't know. What do you think about that show?
I'm gonna go. All right, I think I'm gonna go thumbs in the middle, and I'm only saying that because this week mostly was just setting up for next week, which is apparently the stronger show on paper, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I think for the most part, I agree. I mean, I started to have a lot of fun. It was a good time, but I think it definitely is still realistically a thumbs in the middle show. And I think that I would be probably tilting up a little bit because I did have a pretty good time here. But next week, oh man, dude, next week is going to be fucking awesome. And I cannot wait. I mean, we got a huge heavyweight title match, the 2 out of 3 falls. Raven in the Gathering against, I already forgot, the New Church.
And Douglas.
And then America's Most Wanted defending against Diamond and Swinger again. Sign me up. And I'd have to take a guess that Kazarian and Sabin aren't done. I don't know if necessarily next week, but you never know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely looking forward to next week's. I think that the segment with Johnny and Diamond with the chair shots, I mean, that their first match, which had no real context to it, had heat to it, and now you have these guys lay out the champs with chairs and everything. Who knows? It might go to a boiling point next week.
Absolutely.
So that should be good. And then I'm sure the 6-man will be just full of brawling and stuff like that. But there's nothing wrong with that. We're used to it.
No, I don't think so either.
And I'm definitely intrigued with AJ and D'Lo because I mean the Lynn and Styles one from last year, that triple feature match, best 2 out of 3, whichever one you want to call it. That was freaking really good. The whole thing. So, do I think D'Lo will have the same quality of match that Lynn had with Styles? Probably not. But I guess you never know. I think they've done a good enough job to make it kind of like worthy of investing in it. Yeah,
I agree with that, and I think that's what they needed though. It needed D'Lo doesn't need like pointless title matches. You need something like this where it's like, okay, now I'm like invested in what's actually going on. And you know what? Them being tag partners before and stuff is a nice play into it. It's not as random as like when D'Lo was like, Jarrett, I'm fighting you for the title because that's why I came here. And it was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm looking forward to recording next week.
Oh, I'm pumped.
So that sucks. I'm turning into Dallas.
So when we get on next week and I say, Bob, it happened again. I'm excited for the show. I got a damn good reason this week, man. I am really looking forward to it. And
I can't wait to see Edward Chastain again.
Well, I don't think I meant to say this earlier, but they skipped over that shit real quick at the end. I don't think that's gonna last very long.
I don't think so either.
Mostly because he looked like shit. Like, get him if you want a big guy. Get a big guy that can like work.
Yeah. Yeah. He might have looked really good as in like NWA Wildside with smaller guys that aren't as talented. But yeah, I don't know about in the big leagues.
Yeah, he was looking like a jabron tonight against Norman Smiley.
Yeah.
Which was fun to see him back, but unfortunately it was for a squash.
Yeah.
Literally, too, because he did the splash, and is what it is.
That's unfortunate. Norman Smiley deserves better. I even think that he deserves that storyline where he was going to have 7 kids.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Oh, my
None of them were his or whatever it was. So.
How ridiculous, man.
That would have been awesome. All right, well, Dallas, you got anything else for this week or what?
I don't think I do, man. I had fun. At first, I was a little worried. I didn't think we were gonna get very far, but then I ended up having a really great time during the show. And I'm a fan of Legend now, so I really like.
I am too. Like really surprised. Like I remembered Legend coming in and stuff like that. So I guess I didn't really have a whole. That was kind of indifferent, I guess. But his whole look and the way they've presented him the first 2 or 3 weeks that he's been here, pretty good. The only thing I would change is his attire. I think he needs to go back to like the jeans and like that rugged kind of look. So.
Yeah. The attire was definitely throwing me off, but I think in general, I think he's a win, and I think that I'm hoping he's going to stick around a little bit. Definitely worried about it, but you know what? We will see what happens. Well, until then, I'm ready to get out of here. I'm ready to get into pay-per-view 55 next week. It's going to be a good one.
Well, just like Legend, the TNA Crossline podcast will not die, at least for another week. So until next week, for Dallas Gridley, I am Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Cross the Line podcast.